Don't miss a minute of action from the Arizona Rattlers. Listen to all their home games live on the Fanatic. NASCAR is full throttle. Find out how the season begins to unfold when you hear NASCAR Racing Live. The NFL ramps up for the 2021-22 season. Get all the updates and info on your home for the NFL in the Valley. It's summertime, and the Fanatic is your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Also at 95.9 FM in the East Valley.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner, and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC-certified solar professional.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
Mortgage rates are nearing all-time lows. Now is the time to refinance or purchase a home and take advantage of the low-rate environment. District Lending can help. We are a local mortgage broker that's been helping Arizona homeowners for years. We have rates into the low twos on certain products, and we never charge any lender fees. Call or text 480-694-7890, or you can check out our rates at districtlending.com/rates. NMLS ID 1835285, Equal Housing Lender.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the number one producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil there doing the full Jason Sudeikis thing. I don't know why you're wearing a hoodie. Why are you wearing a hoodie? It's very Unabomber.
It's cold in the studio, man.
All right. Anyways, he's there. We're here. You're there. And, of course, all our friends are in the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studio. Well. Look at what we got here. Randy, you haven't even mentioned my shirt.
It's nice. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the last surviving stand-up comedy shirt that I have.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, over the course of many different relationships, for some reason, I had all these. Keep in mind, I did stand up in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And every girlfriend, wife, whatever that I had would always eventually be like, "Hey, we got to get rid of this shirt." And I had almost all my stand up shirts just disappear. And I was like, even when I would tell them, I was like, hey, no, please don't throw that away because that's one of my stand-up shirts. It's like a good memory. And nobody listened. So what I did, I hid this one inside of a jacket. And of course,
that shirt's worth hiding.
Yeah. This is probably my least favorite of the ones that I used to have. I had some cool kind of white shirts, whatever. This one I called the 1990s Taco Bell employee shirt. And the reason I'm wearing it right now is because it's got that Suns purple in it. And I thought, something from the 90s, kind of like some of these people were out there wearing their retro Suns jerseys. Well, I'm going to wear this today. Just here's why. It either works or it doesn't. It works. It's good luck, brought to you from the 1990s. Or if they lose, then I blame the shirt, and I promise I would never wear it again. Either way, we can blame the shirt. You see what I'm doing here, Randy?
I see what you're doing. Yeah, that is quite the tactical move on your part there, Jeffco. Yep. Yeah.
So that explains why I'm wearing this ridiculous Barney the dinosaur polka dotted.
I don't know. I think it's happy and joyful type of shirt you have on.
You're putting your wife in a no-win situation here, though.
Oh no.
Well, I think I thought I did that the moment I married her. But what are you talking about?
Well, now she has to decide between her love of Suns or her love of getting rid of that hideous shirt.
Oh, see, now that's the thing. My wife is super cool. She is not the kind of person that would have ever thrown away anything I asked her not to, or if I'd said, no, this is just a memory from back when I did stand.
It's just the heathens from before.
Yeah, she's an actress. She understands that sentimental connection to costume or to wardrobe. Yeah. And, she's not an a-hole. So between those two things, if I had met her first, which God, some days I wish I had, most every day, then I'd have all of those shirts, to choose. But I'd still be wearing this one because Suns purple. That's why. So anyway, I don't know what you guys are doing to put the good mojo on your Phoenix Suns. Tonight is the big game. Tonight is a huge game because this is where we find out if this was just Suns having a bad night and Booker just not really showing up, or are they going to make this thing a series? And this is when we find out what's really what. And I'm really hoping that, Booker has his normal game. We get the win. And everybody goes home to win the finals.
Yeah. I'm undecided on this because remember, I've been a Suns fan my entire life. Hey, Jeffrey, you've been a Suns fan, an Arizona sports fan for many years. So you understand this sort of trepidation that I have in play here. The Phoenix Suns have come so close. This is their third occasion to get to the finals, and I've been a part of all three of them now, and I'm not sold that they're going to win tonight. And if they don't win tonight, I believe this will be a 7-game series. And if you get it to game 7, anything can happen.
Sure. And I understand why you feel that way, why you think that way. In fact, even tonight, the Bucks are favored in this contest. I think that's a lot to do with, the home court advantage and them seeing Giannis, being very consistent and wonderful in what he does. But I think it's a huge mistake. Even if I were disconnected from this series, I would not bet the Bucks tonight. I'd be betting the Suns. Why? Because the value is there for the money, and I truly do believe they're going to win.
All right. Man, I hope you're right, Jeffco. I will celebrate right along with you.
I do think that we need to bring up one point that
this is we stuff. Yeah, but here we go.
We as a whole,
you
Suns
as a
nation,
whole.
Yes. Well, hey, don't talk about my holes. But look, whenever we talk about the Bucks and Suns here, this game actually does mean a lot because the Suns, if they are as good as you guys have been touting, as good as you believe that they are, and as good as they haven't been as lucky, they should win tonight and then win as 5.
You came in here and said the Suns would win this series.
They should.
You said this is don't come in here. Oh, as you guys have been touting, yourself. Hoodie boy, have said the same damn thing.
I did because I've started to believe in them, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I did the wrong thing.
You are the most wishy-washy analyst I've ever been. Randy and I, we're just entertainers, and we know some stuff about sports, and we like to hang out and talk. That's what this show is. You're supposed to know better. You're supposed to have a backbone, and you're supposed to have a solid recollection in the old cabeza there when it comes to the sports. You are more wishy-washy. You guys made me believe. Come on, Phil, knock it off.
Here's the one thing that I had not accounted for is that the Bucks, far more than the Suns, are a superstar-led team with Giannis at the helm, getting a 40-point double with Shaq being the only other person to do so. But what I forgot is that there is a longer rest period within the finals games to game. Even the break between now,
It's annoyingly long.
Yes, it is annoyingly long. In game 3 to game 4, they've now had 3 days to kind of recover. That's going to be the same distance that they have between game 5.
Oh
and
my
game
God!
6.
Will Kawhi be back?
No, but he did have successful surgery yesterday to repair his torn ACL.
Torn ACL.
Which
That
they
turned
kept
out
saying was, it was a sprain.
No,
Hell it was.
No, it
way
wasn't.
worse than they thought it was.
Way worse. But with all that rest, I think it's given the ability for Giannis to not only recuperate from that knee injury, but even from the massive expenditure. You saw him hyperventilating on the side of the court there from time to time within the game, and just unable to get his breath. These extra days in between games that they normally don't get in between playoffs or even regular season games from time to time. The fact that he's able to get those.
So we should have an asterisk on this then, if the Suns win. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, if the Suns win.
That sounds like that's what you're trying to say, because that seems like that's all you ever say lately.
No, if the Suns win, they will have gotten their first legitimate series win. Congratulations. And it came against the third best team in the East. Way to go. But if the Bucks were to win, I think that it says a lot about.
Oh, there's no asterisks if the Bucks win. My God,
who's the team that they cheated by?
Listen,
the Nets actually would be a good.
You
point.
were just sort of dripping in Laker love, and this is all this is. Every time we talk, I can trust Phil's anal analysis on everything but NBA now, because everything he says is going to be a backhanded kind of thing. It's going to be tainted with whatever Laker thought process and love that he has. And the last time the Suns lost 2 games in a row were to your Lakers, Phil, and to think that's going to happen against the 3rd or 4th best team in the West, I really doubt it. I really doubt it. So
what's on the line for tonight? A 7-game series versus a 5-game series.
Yeah, but you got to say this though. Devin Booker and the Suns did not look right in the last game. Yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo had a 40-point game. Yes, he had multiple rebounds and assists. Yes, he played his brains out. However, if Devin Booker was up to Devin Booker's standards last game, this is a moot point because Suns win. If Devin Booker plays a game I know he can play, Suns win tonight. The question
is the basics of it. Yeah.
How does DeAndre Ayton respond from last game when he was put into foul trouble early and was neutralized as being a weapon for the Phoenix Suns?
I'll tell you how they're going to just keep doing it that way. But Monty would have left him in the game had Booker not gone so damn cold and the game was over. How do you keep him out of foul trouble? With Giannis coming at you, as they say, downhill? You just don't. They're looking to put up this 3-man wall. Somebody else has got to step up and take the charge / block.
Yeah, Frank the Tank has got to step up. That's who's got to be.
Yeah, and he's going to get ran through like rice paper on Kung Fu. Remember that stuff? It's going to be the weakest ass thing you've ever seen. But
I hope
you got to let the fouls happen, and you've got a better shot that he's going to miss one of those free throws than he'd miss that dunk. So you've got to go ahead and just be ready to foul Giannis, but you got to pick the right personnel to do it.
Well, the problem is that DeAndre Ayton actually does offer you the best defensive option to put on Giannis. He does a really good job.
Sure, in proper defense, but when it comes to comes Giannis like a freight train, somebody else has got to sacrifice their body to keep DeAndre Ayton out of the foul trouble so he can work him in regular defense.
Absolutely, because his defense and his presence in his body is the only big body now that they is calling.
Somebody want to get that phone?
I guess.
Batman. That's the bad phone.
Yeah. I know. We probably just.
Anyways, he's the only one that they've been able to put on him and have as a respectable defender. What I want to see and what tonight will actually prove is whether or not Budenholzer did do a good enough game-to-game home court adjustment where Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton not only used their bodies on Devin Booker and whether or not they've actually found a way to successfully defend the pick and roll that the Suns have used to their advantage throughout this playoff run.
You know better than that. Here's what's going to happen. Budenholzer's he's the kind of coach. He's like, it worked the last game. Let's just keep doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when it stops working in the next game, he'll be like, keep going, guys, because I don't have any other ideas. And that'll be it.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously, tell me that. I mean, I know that's a bit of a wise assery, but Hasn't that been basically the way he has coached so far?
Oh, that has.
No in-game adjustments.
No. He goes game to game adjustments, not in-game adjustments. So you're absolutely
and he'll
right.
see no reason to make adjustments on this game other than he'll know, all right, well, we keep doing what we did, then we should be able to shut down Booker and shut down Ayton, and everything will be fine.
But
he's very two-dimensional coach.
Yes, he is. But that's precisely the point, Jeffrey, is what he did. Are the adjustments, are they real? Are they good enough to not be adjustable on the reverse from Monty Williams' side? If you look at Golden State Warriors, when they made the adjustment to go with the small ball death lineup, that was too good for any other team to overcome. So whenever you look at the adjustments that Budenholzer made to have and adjust to what the Suns are doing, is that good enough to beat the Suns no matter what they can scheme up?
Because there's a simple matter of arithmetic. And as I said the other day, I get it. It's not point for point, but still, it was an obvious glaring thing in front of us. And that is, had Devin Booker had the game he usually has, hell or high water, no matter what's happening and who they're playing, the point total would have been very different with the Suns win in that game. Simple arithmetic. And that's why Monty was chill. He was like, all right, pull them out. All right, have a seat. We'll figure this out in practice. Right now, let's just let this happen. We'll go back to Phoenix and win this damn thing. I think that is how chill Monty is. The other part is he's sitting there and he's kind of like, what is the hell up with these refs, man? He's trying to figure out how to.
That was another factor, yeah.
And he's even said, I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who's going to be hammering and pounding and manipulating these refs, trying to get in my way. And I get that, because I wouldn't be that kind of guy either. I mean, I just want everybody to do their damn jobs and be fair. But, Monty is a very calm and nice guy. So
I think the quote was, I'm not saying anything about the reps. All I know is for the Suns, we went to the charity stripe 16 times as a team. One guy on the Bucks went 17 times. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it occurs to Monty Williams, but he's not going to be screaming at refs, getting in their faces, doing that sort of thing. So he's trying to figure out, all right, how do we do this the way it is? Because complaining us into a win isn't going to happen. We have to play ourselves into a win. And, maybe one of the players will say something to the refs. Maybe, Chris Paul, he's got extensive experience in how to interact with refs, sometimes negatively, sometimes positively. But you don't need Monty to jump up and start screaming at people. It's just not his thing. It's not who he is. Like I said, they're going to play their way through it. They're not going to complain their way through it.
And all games in this series thus far have been somewhat of snoozers, right? We've been able to safely turn off the fourth quarter and not worry about it.
I don't know if I agree with that.
But. Well, they've all been blowouts point wise. I mean, even if they have been entertaining and you thought that there might be a chance, they technically have been blowouts. This game feels like.
What did we decide blowouts were, though? It's 10 points or more, right?
Yeah, well, the Bucks won by 20. I know that the Suns won a game by 20. I'm just trying to remember.
Another one by 15.
15, yeah. So, I mean, they are all qualifying in that manner. I think that this game, both teams know how important the game 4 is, because especially when we go to 2-1 on a series, the game 4 is incredibly pivotal on the side of a swing game within any series, let alone the NBA Finals. It really does become something of a death knell and puts the person in a better advantage to either defend home court going forward or to go and just take the series outright.
888-368-1580. Screaming Eagle says, Jeffrey, I just came across this. Thought you might find it funny. Quote, my previous assumption that you were a little bit off has been totally cleared up. Now I just realized you're Canadian. Okay.
You're Canadian, Jeffrey?
No, it was a quote he was sharing.
I see.
Who said that, Screaming Eagle? Fubar 1000 says, hiya, Blender dudes. Yeah, and Phil. Sup? Go I'm not finishing that. I forgot. Fubar 1000. He's been off the grid for a little bit. He's sent me a message the other day saying he listens, and when he can't listen, he listens to the podcast. But he's in a work situation now that doesn't enable him to text as much. And boy, I almost said it for him. So instead, Fubar 1000, go ASU. Jeff Van Gundy says Randy White is the effing man. Go Suns.
Well, thank you very much.
Bob
I don't know what I did to deserve that.
Bob Shorsky says, hey, good afternoon there. And Jeffrey, Randy, new guy. Welcome back there, Randy, by the way.
Thank you, Mr. Swirsky. It's good to be back.
Mr. Wilbur says, here I go again. No, just taking the under tonight, he says. 220.5. Let's go, Suns.
So he's taking
He's
the
giving-
under.
Yeah, he's giving his prediction early, and he's been wrong pretty
Yeah, a
much
lot.
near the entire way. So.
Yeah, for a while there, he was wrong, and we would fade him, and that would favor the Suns, but then it all fell apart. So I don't know what to think right now. But thanks for that, Wilbur. Boomer Sooner says, good day, Blender. Back down the mountain from Flagstaff. Had a great time. Got some rain, got some hail. Other of nature's greatest Grand Canyon adventures there. Had a few microbrews in Flagstaff, in the old Flagstaff area. Back in town. How about that cold beer, Randy? Yep, and a little Boomer Sooner.
Well, it's Suns Day. I mean,
well, he says go Suns, and
what do you? Well,
shut
okay.
up,
All right,
Phil.
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
Well done. Fish Tank says somebody cut Phil's mic. I'm still hungover from last night, and I can't put up with his smug crap today.
Wow.
Oh God!
All I know is, don't you come showing to me that the Suns lose this series. Don't you dare! Don't you give me an inch on this series. Don't you do it?
I'm sorry. What?
You give me the full foot long if you're going to be giving it to me.
Oh boy.
Hefty Lefty says with the 3 games in a row with 2 days off in between each has been a weird change this year. The NBA schedule makers need to take some more fiber and keep this thing regular, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. I don't like this giant gap in between games. I just keep it the same way throughout. I understand. Listen, we're not dumb. We know that more time to heal up gives you a better chance of making sure all your primo players are there and all the kiddies get their money's worth. But I don't like waiting. Heal Ben Mike says the Suns just need to toughen up. You know, like Wayne from Letterkenny.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that guy's autistic, to be honest.
Okay.
I think I have a feeling somewhere in future episodes, I'm still like halfway through this. I'm having a feeling that he's a little bit on the spectrum, but oh yeah, hell of a guy there. Great guy. 888-368-1580. We got to take a break. When we come back, hey, go USA. We won a game last night. Yeah,
hey, all right.
all right. Yeah, because Argentina is well known for their prowess on the basketball court. There's 2 things they're known for: 1, hiding Nazis, and two, playing some damn good basketball.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from Boston. This here is Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's my go-to beer. Not too heavy, not too low. Oh boy. That's whoopsie daisy. Oh no. Is there somebody that can help? Come on in the room. It poured right in the keyboard. Relax. I spill beer on my computer all the time. Sam Adams Boston Lager, the Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in, and man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations, and they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees,
53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home for the six-time world champion
Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers. Tune in to the Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their 7th championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And old John Dale, the old talk show host here in Phoenix, usually say, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Well, you know, we had some rain lately, but Lord willing and the creek don't rise here in the next day or so. We will be done with doing all that construction work out there at 1580. We're getting a new site, getting on a new tower, and people are working very hard right now to make that happen. And because of that, we may have some periods of time where 1580 is not on air. 99.3 FM will be fine. 95.9 FM will be fine. Of course, if you've got the app, 1580thefanatic.com will be fine. So there's many different ways you can listen as they're working these things out. Now, you may even have a thing where, oh, I hear it back on. Oh, it sounds horrible. Well, just relax. People are working on it. Just stick with your app. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You know, do what you want to do. But if you want to make sure you can hear your favorite programming, if you're dependent on 1580 AM in the next couple of days, you want to make sure you're either streaming live at 1580thefanatic.com, listening to one of our apps, which are available at that website for your Apple or your Android, maybe listening on your Amazon Alexa or your Google, whatever the hell that is. And you can also watch us on the YouTube. You can watch us. Just go to Twitter, go to Facebook, figure it out. That's all you got to worry about. You can do this. So just keep in mind, it's time. It's happening right now, and some people are working very hard to make this station even that much better. 888-368-1580. Fubar 1000 says, so Jeffrey, if you've been an Arizona sports fan all your life, then why do you hate your beloved U of A Wildcats so much? First off, they're not mine, and I don't think most of Arizona really accepts them as an Arizona team. It's down there in Chaluppaville, and but to give you the reason, one of the first places I ever did stand-up comedy was at ASU. All my friends went to ASU. I went to many parties at ASU, and I've just been an ASU fan the entire time. And of course, you know, there is a bit of a rivalry between ASU and U of A.
Small one.
And Tucson sucks an awful lot. You have to admit that's a true statement, Fubar. So really, why are you even asking me this? He says, go AS. Oh, crap. What am I saying? He says the other thing, but I won't say it. You were right the first time. Go ASU. Go, Devils, go. That was for you, Fubar. Half you left, he says, every time I hear that Sam Adams ad, I get an uncharacteristically strong urge to find Matt Damon and throat punch the guy. With the amount I have to listen to this station, he may want to beef up his security.
Wow.
Good Lord.
That got very violent quick, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't mind the commercials personally. 888-368-1580. So yes, finally, Team USA does what you expect them to do in exhibition. They blew out Argentina last night, 108-80. I'm sure you guys all know that. But
do you happen to remember who Luis Scola is?
No.
He played with the Rockets most notably. And he was a starter last night for the Argentinian team, and he is currently 41 years old. He's a starter for the Argentinian team.
Yeah, but at what position?
Power forward.
Yeah, I don't really see Argentina
going
going
in his
deep.
hair.
Yeah, can I Can I just say that shouldn't be happening to a team that consists of names like this? Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Bam Adebayo, Dame Lillard. Yeah, it shouldn't. A 41-year-old starting against a team like that. Yeah, we should win 180-80. That should be the score. And by the way, I didn't get a chance to say this, but really air out some laundry on what the hell are they doing against the damn Australians? Who do the Australians have that are better than Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Abadabadu, and Dame Lillard? Who do the Australians have?
Everybody, because they lost.
Well, that's
everybody's
what I mean.
better than they are.
What the hell's going on with Nigeria putting a beat down on Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Bam Adebayo, and Dame Lillard? What the hell's going on there?
Popovich is a horrible coach, and everybody is just sort of bumping into each other, with not really playing together as a team. And they're not even trying. I think more than anything, Team USA, the NBA players on there, they're just kind of like, whatever, it's exhibition. We don't care. I think that's kind of the vibe of these guys. They just don't care, and Pop is covering for them by saying, we just haven't had time to play together. He's just making excuses. They're not even trying yet. That's the only thing that makes sense because everybody's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's not. They're screwing around. Berg was on the Twitter there, and he was like, guys, exhibition. Yeah, it means it does not count. We're not used to seeing that. So, of course, it's a shock to the system, makes you wonder what the hell. But if you roll back the tape a little bit on Popovich and his time as somebody who works with Team USA, he sucks at it. So I think you're going to see some close calls, and who knows what's going to happen against Australia the next time around. When do they play them next? I mean, when does the actual tournament start?
It'll be in the Olympics. That's the tournament doesn't start until
hasn't that been canceled?
July 25th, I think.
Hasn't that been canceled yet? Is it? Are they playing that? Is it happening?
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
I haven't seen anything different.
So Olympics in a bubble again. So
Olympics with absolutely no fans. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, it's no different than before. Mr. Wilbur says, so what Jeffrey is trying to say, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm a narrow-minded and will obviously check off a lot of listeners this football season when U of Arizona has a better season than the Tempe Normal Devils.
You can only hope.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds so much like me, Mr. Wilbur.
But until then, Mr. Wilbur, can I just share with you the score from last November again because it's so fun? Wow. 77 to what?
He must have forgotten.
7.
This just in. Nicely said, Mr. Wilbur. Jeff Van Gundy says, Jeffco, I told you how old I am yesterday. I just graduated back in 2020. I hate Tucson. And being from Phoenix, Tucson made me grateful that I live in the Valley. And guess what? I went to U of A.
Wow.
Oh, burn. Burn. Some of my favorite people went to U of A. I mean, Good Cat, he's not douchey about it. It's just he knows Tucson's horrible, but there's a good place to get a pretty good education, I guess, on the cheap. Chief Skull Burner says, afternoon, gentlemen. And Unabomber looking Phil. I signed on to the NFL fantasy app, so I'm all set to whoop some fantasy football butt this year.
Nice.
There we go. You better hope you draft early.
Yeah, I got to get some time and get all that stuff set up so everybody can get nice and comfortable and ready. And I like that, how early the smack talk starts around here. Fish Tank says, maybe Phil will tell us who is hurt on the USA team so we can justify they're still the best basketball team in the world.
Well, luckily, when they got beat down by Argentina,
Asterix.
Nigeria, there's nobody hurt. Nobody
Asterix.
Hurt. No asterisk.
No, I'm saying is Phil plays Asterix. Raven Kid says, good afternoon, guys. Now that my allegiance is with the Mighty Lopes, I am reconsidering my alliance with the Harvard of the Southwest. Oh, smack.
Whoa.
Oh, smack.
Whoa.
Wow.
Welcome to the Valley, Raven Kid. Roll Tide Kara says, my sister is mad at me because she was listening to Randy yell and the radio turned off and would not come back on.
Oh, boy.
Also, I'm currently waiting for my acceptance to U of A. My job is paying for all my schooling through them. Well, of course they are. It's kind of cheap.
Don't.
So Randy's voice killed your sister's car radio, or is it your house radio? How does that even happen? I'm curious.
We'll wait.
Wow. That's never happened to me before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will say this, though, Jeffrey. I was driving yesterday.
Yeah.
And there's a certain spot on the 101 out here that I take very frequently.
Uh-huh.
And you hit this spot, and I can't figure out exactly where it is. I think it's either by Greenway, perhaps Bell Road.
Okay.
When my radio suddenly changes the location,
what
it could be on our station.
Yeah.
And suddenly it will skip over 2 channels to static.
You got ghosts.
That's what I think so. Yeah.
You've got car ghosts. I think you probably need to get that. We're going to get a priest over there and have him sprinkle some holy water on it.
Jeffrey, I think he's on to me. I think he's on to me.
What? What's that?
He's finally figured out that I'm changing the channel after all this time.
I think Phil's living in your car. Roll Tide Kara says that happened in my car. Okay, so you need a new car. I think that's all there is to it. I don't know why she's mad. Why is your sister mad at you because Randy yelling made your radio turn off? That I just don't understand. It's none of her damn business. Hefty Lefty says, what's this I hear about fantasy football and why have I not received an email about it? Because I haven't had a chance to go through, get all the information off the ESPN site and re-invite and get everybody plugged into the NFL one. So hang in there. I'll be working on it. But if you're worried, if you're like, ooh, I want to make sure I'm in, send me an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com and say, just make sure I'm into the fantasy football and I'll make sure you're in the fantasy football.
I have a question.
Yes, Randy White, 1580 The Fanatic. Yes.
I was on the NFL site setting up my the Kraken for play this year, the 21-22 fantasy football season. I realized I haven't received an invite. Is that
you're already in there though? I've already, and that's not true. I invited you like a long time ago.
You did?
There is, it's deep in your email, but it's there.
Yeah. Most recently, it happened this year. Did it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't worry.
I'll do a search. I'll have to do a search. Try to figure it out.
I'll help you out. If you'd ever respond or read your email as it is, you'd have seen it. Mr. Pink Eye says, welcome back, Randy. Hi, Lakers homer and to the Olympic gold hater. Wait, who's the Olympic gold hater?
I mean, I've got to be the Lakers homer. So
is he throwing the double nickname on Phil?
I don't know. I don't hate Olympic gold. I just honestly, I just would not send we don't need to send our NBA guys there. If that's what you're upset about. Fubar 1000 says, there's your proof. Your voice kills. Ask Kukla's dog. Okay, that was Randy, not me. And it was me, not Randy. So sorry, Fubar 1000. I invalidate your existence.
I wonder what happens if I go, by the power of Grayskull.
So
let me know.
Let's find out. Yeah, Kara, did that turn off your radio? Yeah. We have a new texter here on the text line, ladies and gentlemen. A new texter. Kara's sister says, hello, this is Kara's sister. And I was upset because I was listening to Randy yell and the car radio it went off there. Randy is my favorite. I enjoy hearing him yell. So I got mad when I couldn't hear him yell no more.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happens when by the power of Grayskull?
Yeah, you think you enjoy it. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at Kara because her crap radio. It's not our fault. Oaktown Destroyer says, hey, guys, how many teams are you going to be having in your fantasy football league? And can I join?
At least 111.
Well, yeah, we've got at last count 10 leagues. And I believe we had 10 teams in each league. So, yes, you can join. And right now we're thinking 10 teams in each league, except for Premier League, which makes it harder. We got 12. So, absolutely. Send an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Roll Tide Kara says, excuse me, where's my NFL invite? I feel like I'm not loved. Okay, once again, I'll get to it. If you were in there before, I will get to it. And if you're worried, send an email. Blender@1580thefanatic.com. Raven Kid says, Jeffrey, I should already be in there for the fantasy foosball, right? Yes, sir, you should be. But don't worry, I'll come back around and double check on everybody. Once I get all those invites sent out, we'll come back on air and say, hey, we sent out the invites. And if you didn't get yours, we'll work it out. Trust me, no man will be left behind except for Phil. Big George says, hey, guys, it's game day. Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Don't be surprised if the Suns drop game 4 today, he says. The Bucks are a good team. The Suns will rebound game 5 on home court and will win it in 6. Go Suns. So he has made his prediction that the Suns will lose tonight. I disagree, George. I disagree. Hefty Lefty says, okay, thank God. I thought the email sprites maybe were playing tricks on me and took away the old internet football friends from me. And no, that would be bad. Yeah, no sprites doing any bad stuff to you.
No.
How active are the trades in your leagues?
Not very.
Nobody
trades in fantasy football, Phil. It's very, very rare. No. People are selfish sons of bitches, and you look at a trade and you're like, ooh, I know that will benefit me, but bleep that guy. No, because he wants it. I don't want him to have it. Trust it. Seriously, tell me I'm wrong. Almost every fantasy football league, there could be a decent trade proposed, and they'll be like, no, out of spite. The only time trades happen is when a guy goes to another guy who's in the basement, says, hey, I want this for this. The guy says, well, what's in it for me? Well, I'm going to use this to hurt that guy who hurt you that you don't like. And he's like, deal. That's the only way fantasy football trades happen in fantasy football.
That and that the league veto is so overused. If anybody ever...
Not by me.
No, everybody always votes if it benefits one other person.
Oh, we don't have a vote. I'm the league veto.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
If there is any controversy, I'll look at it and be like, come on, guys, this is no good. This is ridiculous. You're trade raping that guy. Forget it. Or I could see the shenanigans here. Let's not do this. And then honestly, last season, very few trades on all of our Daily Blender fantasy football leagues. I think maybe I saw 3. If I'm lucky, it was 3. So Big George says, I'll trade with you, Jeffrey. I'll make sure you get the best players for the right price. Well, it's a shame you're not in the Premier League, George, because I totally would love to have you around to trade with again.
Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, what's good, Dubo? Hey, crotch rot Phil. The Suns were tired. Now they're rested. They're ready to rock. Nothing like the 92 Dream Team. Shows you how soft these players are. You can't even win exhibition games. He's all over the road. He went from talking about the Suns Bucks to talking about the Olympic team, and then he's back to go Suns. And Randy, you the man.
I'm talking about my crotch rocket. Anyways,
no, it was a rocket. I believe it was rot.
Oh, okay. The Suns were not the team. They have all the depth in the world. They certainly go deeper than the Bucks do in this series. If rest benefits one team more than the other, it's actually the Bucks who are expending a lot of energy through their starters 1 through 5, far more than the Suns are.
Ooh, Kyle G just had an amazing idea when I was not paying attention with Phil.
Excellent.
He says, Jeffrey, brilliant idea. Instead of making the Globetrotters an NBA team, they should be our permanent Olympics team.
Oh, hey, listen, I like that idea.
Mind blown.
Making fools out of the entire world.
Suggestion is accepted. Yeah. Kyle G. That right there is idea and possibly text of the day right here on the Daily Blender.
Oh, yeah.
I am just going to bask in the glory of that glorious idea. That makes all the sense in the world.
Right?
Why didn't we think of that? Oh, now I'm angry. Now I kind of hate Kyle G a little bit because I wish I'd thought of that. Damn you, Kyle G. Why didn't I pre-read that and steal your idea? Oh,
brilliant.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost. in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention the Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Dale Hellestrae from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 or visit cbialliance.com.
The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. I believe Sunday we have another Rattlers home game. I got to check my calendar, make sure that's a true statement or if I'm just telling lies. Yes, I am correct. They are playing Ass Pirates. No, I'm sorry, Mass
Pirates?
No, Massachusetts Mass Pirates. It was abbreviated and still trying to get
Massachusetts Privates.
Yeah, I'm trying to use these glasses here. Yeah, Arizona Rattlers. They're at the Pirates. Oh, so that's not going to be on air. Oh, okay. Well, they're going to be playing those guys and giving them a beat down. So yeah, I guess that will not be on the radio. You just turn that right off on our calendar. 888-368-1580. Sometimes you get a kind of bob and weave with these guys. Little schedule things happen, but let's see. If I'm right on this one. Yes, the Arizona Rattlers will take on the Duke City Gladiators the following Saturday at 6 p.m. here on 1580, The Fanatic. So, okay, glad we figured that out. All right, so the Suns are playing tonight at 6 p.m. on the Channel 15. I got to say, I really enjoyed watching the after show on ABC 15 just because it's fun to see Craig Fouhy on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just always looks like a happy little kid, doesn't he? He always has just such a joyous sort of approach to these things. He and that, I don't know who the hell that woman is, but he and the woman there sitting there talking about what happened in the game and all that.
I don't know who that woman is.
I have no idea. Well, they don't put her name up on the thing, and he never calls her by name, so I'm just call her the woman. You know?
Boy.
And they were in the Wisconsin there because that, by the way, I don't know if you know that's where Milwaukee is. It's in Wisconsin.
It's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Huh?
And so Fouhy had a mask on. He was standing in there with the microphone after the game. The woman was outside. He was inside. I don't know why that happened either, but he's inside and he's got the mask on. And he's talking, and it's like, Fouhy, ain't nobody around you. I mean, everybody's gone. And but I guess maybe they have some rules or something. But I'm very confused by many things. But I just love watching the Fouhy. And by the way, happy birthday to Craig Fouhy. He won't hear this because he's in Wisconsin, but I thought it did bear mentioning that today is Craig Fouhy's birthday. So hit him up on Twitter and let him know happy birthday and all that stuff, or Facebook. At his age, it's Facebook. Yeah.
Happy 45th birthday.
888-368-1580. Fubar says, by the way, Jeffrey, if somebody offers you a trade because from what I've seen, you need all the help you can get. I had a bad season.
I did. I had a bad. Usually, I'm in the top 4 of any fantasy football league, and damn it, generally I'm going to win it. But I have not had a good run of luck as far as winning championships lately. Last year was just about the bottom of the barrel. I got nowhere to go but up. But that said, when I'm at the bottom of the barrel, I ain't trading nobody. Suck it. I'm not helping anybody. I'm just going to sit here and just my fingers up at everybody. Hey, I ain't helping you. I ain't helping you. I'm going to sit here with Saquon Barkley. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So there. Hefty Lefty says, Daily Blender, teaching children and drunks geography ever since 2021. That's right.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is in Wisconsin. Old Milwaukee is in the toilet. Fish Tank says, actually, the natives pronounce it Milwaukee. Milwaukee? All right.
Milwaukee?
You mean by natives? You mean like the Native Americans or people in
hell says
Wisconsin? Milwaukee.
Hey, Milwaukee.
No.
If that was really the right pronunciation, I think we should go with that because that's more awesome than Milwaukee. Milwaukee sounds actually kind of cool.
It does, actually. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah. He says trades usually happen in fantasy football leagues when everyone actually knows each other. So a real conversation can happen rather than these low ball crap offers you get in leagues where other people don't know one another.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yes and no. I'll be honest. In leagues where I've known the other people, even fewer trades happen because they're doing what I just did. Up yours, Randy. You do what you want. Up yours, Phil. You ain't getting this. No, I don't care. I don't care if I'm ever a champion again, but I ain't helping you bastards.
Are you talking about your former dating life, or are you talking still about the fantasy football?
Wow.
You ain't.
At what
getting
point
none
did
of
anyone
this.
tell you were funny, and how long did it take you to realize that they weren't serious?
Yeah. Let me just make a blanket statement. Your attention, please.
Yes.
Randy White of 1580 The Fanatic, chief meteorologist here. I do not make trades, nor do I ask for trades, nor do I try to generate trades.
No.
I do not accept trades
No.
unless somebody is trying to help me beat the hell out of somebody else by doing this trade. However, I, as a rule, generally never accept, respond to, and or participate in trades. Thank you for your attention. Randy White out.
I am going to say everything he just said, except for an addendum. Bottle of whiskey is the only way I'm going to make that trade.
Yeah, listen, if I'm not relevant and we're heading down the stretch and you need one of my guys, bottle of whiskey.
Bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, or 12-pack of beer. Yes.
And then you'll find out, does my spite for you run deeper than the bottle of whiskey? That's when you'll know. Pringle says, the Globetrotters is our Olympic hoops team. That was an excellent idea. That was Kyle, wasn't it? Was
Kyle G.
Kyle G. Yeah. He says, I always thought that the all NBA first, second, and third teams would have been a good idea too. I just don't like the NBA guys going there because one, they get hurt, it screws them up and your team come the next season. And two, it doesn't seem fair. But you throw out the Harlem Globetrotters, a bunch of guys just having fun, pulling down the ref's pants, that sort of thing, and spinning the ball and playing keep away. All those.
Can you imagine?
The only thing they can't do is throw a bucket of confetti or a bucket of water on somebody. That you can't do. Everything else. And probably don't touch the refs. They'll probably think of that as you'll get teed up on that. But I think that there's supposed to be the ambassadors of basketball for America. Then they should be the ambassadors for basketball in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah.
I wish it was mine, but it was Kyle G. A large Marge says, but it looks like we sent the Washington Generals to play in the Olympics instead of Meadowlark Lemon.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good Lord.
It does look like that. Cards Chappie says, Globetrotters. Yeah, it's literally in the name. Globetrotters.
That's a good point. That's a good point right there.
Raven Kid says, how are we feeling about Richard Sherman being a criminal now? Well, first, we got to find out all the facts. All we know is that here's what we know. And this is off the top of my head, so forgive me if I'm wrong. Early this morning, he wrecked his car on the freeway. He walked over to somebody's house that may or may not be related to him, tried to force his way in. The cops showed up. For some reason, it was a confrontation and a fight. He tried to get away or fight or whatever, and he was then arrested. And then they went after him to get blood alcohol content to try to determine if what the wreck on the freeway had been due to drugs or alcohol. And that's about all I know right now. I think and this, for some reason, whatever judge he went in front of, he pissed that judge off, because when they said no bail, it was in all caps. Yeah, so it was like, wow, bail denied. It was, not a normal statement from a court. So that was the last thing that I'd heard earlier. Phil, is there any new news on Richard Sherman? And by the way, if you've seen him or listened to him, is anyone surprised that he's gone nuts? If allegedly.
Well, I don't know that he's gone nuts. The problem is he is extremely well educated. It's no secret. He wasn't at Stanford. He was a Stanford graduate. Yeah. And he's has very good command of the English language, and he's very smart. So who knows? Maybe he got in the court and the judge was telling him something, and Richard Sherman pissed him off by correcting him or something.
Yep. Yeah, you're probably right. And I've always said this: Richard Sherman, he's a smart guy, but he's not as smart as he thinks he is. He's a smart guy who yappers, but he's not really as smart as he thinks he is. He's smart about football. He's smart about some stuff, but in general, he's just a little bit short of the finish line on being a completely solid individual. And we've already seen him have a little anger issues and pop off and talk a lot of crap. So he's got to be frustrated with where he is right now, as far as having had dealt with injuries. And I don't even know what team is he on the 49ers?
No,
still?
he's a free agent currently.
Right. So the NFLPA are the only people who are really talking about this. And I thought he was member of the leadership of the NFLPA, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he is. Yes.
Well, not anymore. Let's find out. So any new news? Nothing? Zero?
Nothing, other than he hasn't actually seen a judge. He will get a hearing before a judge.
Well, why'd they put a big old stamp on bail denied like that?
I'm
Who
not
denied bail without having a hearing?
I don't know, but
it could have been the what he was arrested for. It could have been that whatever that
was
charge
automatic.
Yeah.
Because his hearing before a judge will not take place until Thursday afternoon. At which time the judge will determine if there was a probable cause for an arrest and also set bail.
Wow, that seems like a long way to wait just to find that out, huh?
Yeah, he gets a day to cool off.
Yeah, so that again, we don't know what happened, so everybody just kind of chill on this and let's see what the facts are. I have a feeling it's going to be worse than we have heard. Boomer Sooner says, "Sir, fantasy football thing have I played in 10 years, but I think I'm going to give it a shot with you guys. So let me know. I heard you on what to do." That's right, on what to do. If you want to play the fantasy football with us and you haven't played before, just send me an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com, and I'll get you an invite, get you set up in one of our leagues. Simple as that. Cheese Skulls Burner says, "Am I the only one to receive the fantasy football invitation already?" A few people did. I started doing his stuff and I realized I got to have some time to sit down and do all this properly. And I got to make sure everybody's in the right place. So some people have received it. Some people have not. Baker's Cocky Hen says, "I hear Kyrie Irving won't play the Olympics because he heard it's being held far away from the United States, too near the end of the flat earth. He's too close to the edge."
That's good. That's good.
Phil gives Team USA a pass and shows up with a participation trophy and IG like.
I don't understand either. If you're gonna hit on me, just come on out and just wear a tuxedo, man.
And nobody's hitting on you, Phil. Kyle G says, "These ideas are why I'm a Hall of Famer, Jeffrey O'Brien. You're welcome." I'm not reading the rest of that, jerk. Hefty Lefty says, "They should run the Olympic basketballs like Olympic soccer and use under 23-year-old teams." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to see it just be a bunch of amateurs. Yeah, I want America to win, but I want it to be a fair fight. Hefty Lefty, thank you for that. Dog Named Boo says, "Globetrotters for the Olympics." Yes, Curly and Meadowlark with walkers out there. Well, I think they're dead.
Well, they've been replaced. Yeah. It's not the same team.
Yeah, it's a bunch of young guys, Twitty says, "Afternoon broadcast buds. One theory of exhibition games is figuring who, what does and doesn't work for your team." Yeah, but we are the United States of these Americas. And the National Basketball Association is the best of players on the entire planet, i.e. the universe. So to even lose exhibition matches where you should be able to win in your sleep, as we have in the past, is very, very unsettling. That's all. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme. I'm sure that we'll get gold. But right now, you're kind of like, blah, 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 blah. This doesn't feel right. What's going on? It's kind of weird, man. It is kind of weird. Berg is on time with his text, says, go Suns. And Boomer Sooner says, righto, Jeffrey. Sherman is a jerk. Thinks he's better than everybody else. Well, I like the confidence of thinking you're the best player out there, but there's a lot of baggage going on there too. So anyways, let's just hold our thoughts on that till the truth comes out. I'm sure it'll come out here in the next couple of days. Right now, we have 1 hour down, then 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Come on back.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Mike, I understand you need the parts.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mortgage rates are nearing all-time lows. Now is the time to refinance or purchase a home and take advantage of the low-rate environment. District Lending can help. We are a local mortgage broker that's been helping Arizona homeowners for years. We have rates into the low 2s on certain products, and we never charge any lender fees. Call or text 480-694-7890, or you can check out our rates at districtlending.com/rates. NMLS ID 1835285, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
And K242 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
What? Who's humming? It's very upsetting. That's not how the song goes.
What are you talking about?
I heard this weird. Like it was very.
No, that wasn't me. I was just doing what I just did in the microphone.
Yeah, my mic was on.
Who the hell's making that noise?
That was me.
God damn it, Richard Sherman! Haven't you done enough damage?
Jeez.
Baby God Dak says, guys. She says, hi, guys. Domestic violence offenders are always denied bail in Sherman State automatically until they see a judge. Now, first off, my first reaction to that is good. That's the way it should be. Anybody's doing domestic violence on a woman or a child, to hell with you. Throw them away and lock them up and throw away the key and all that stuff, right? But sometimes people get it wrong. Sometimes somebody's accused and they didn't do anything, and that makes me a little nervous that there is so much time between an arrest and somebody getting to be in front of a judge and having to sit in the jail because somebody made something up, or you know what I'm saying? It does happen. There's enough going on here with this where that's probably not likely, but still, it just, I don't know. I'm conflicted. While yes, I like to be tough on anybody who hurts women or children, but due process shouldn't be slow process. So whatever the case, Sherman will be doing a little time in the Gray Bar Hotel until he sees the judge tomorrow. Large Mari says, guys, every 4 years, Team USA has to beat the Globetrotters to qualify for Olympic competition. And there's no buckets of confetti allowed. Are you saying that's a fact right now, or that is something they should have to do for it to happen? Because I was unaware of that, whole thing.
I've not seen nor heard anything about anything like that for the Olympic team.
Fish Tank says, I think USA basketball is losing because the actual best players and teams in the United States are busy in a final series right now. Isn't that right, Phildo Baggins?
Maybe Giannis, but he doesn't play. He wouldn't even play for
won't
USA.
Give Booker or the Suns or DeAndre Ayton or Chris Paul anything ever, will you? You just can't even bring yourself to do it.
Devin Booker, I want to know how he's not a superstar, not at the top of the level. He had a real bad game last series or last
you're
game,
right, because superstars never have real bad games.
Not my point at all. But if Giannis had that exact same game, that would have been the number one headline. That would have been everything about the entire game would have been that.
Devin Booker. The damn national media, that's been the Giannis is so great. Giannis is going to single-handedly save the Bucks. Giannis. I'm so sick of Giannis Antetokounmpo's name being thrown out there. I could just vomit.
But to Randy's point, you couldn't get a moment to hear about, Devin Booker had a bad game, because they were all slobbering over Giannis's second 41-point game in a row. First time he lost 41 points, and then he won with 41 points. So it really didn't have that much to do with Giannis anyway, but they all super focused on that. Why? Because they're trying to give the narrative that, we got a real series on our hand here, and that gives them something to talk about. Without Giannis blowing up and having that kind of a game, they would have been talking about what the hell's wrong with Devin Booker. You know why they're not? Because even the guys, nerdy little sports writers, know if you look at his stats, if you look at his consistency, if you look at his career, he doesn't have games like that every now and then. So it's not even something to worry about or even talk about.
No, that's not the case. LeBron has that type of game. They talk about it. Paul George has that type of game.
Well, people don't like LeBron.
Paul George has that type of game. They talk about it. Who else? What other super? Kevin Durant has that type of game. They talk about it. He's not on the level of those superstars because he's not a superstar. He's a very, very top echelon star, but he just doesn't have that pull yet. If he were to win this championship, we might talk about crowning him as such. But at this moment, no.
That's too bad, because that you are a perfect example of my thoughts about national media. If the media doesn't talk about him, case in point, Giannis Antetokounmpo, every damn day, all day long, it's all how Giannis this, Giannis that. And now if they talked about Devin Booker, he would be an upper echelon superstar. The All-Star game just happened. I understand just recently sometime for the baseball team. And all I kept hearing was Ohtani. Ohtani. Oh, Shohei Ohtani. Oh, you know what he did? He went 0 for 2. He went out in the home run derby in the first round. He couldn't even finish the round because he's so out of shape. I'm not hating. Everybody's telling me how great this guy is.
He has the fastest pitch at 100.2 miles an hour and is his fastest pitch in the entirety of all these All-Stars.
So
I mean, I get it. It was a quiet night for Ohtani.
Pedro Martinez threw a 100-mile-an-hour pitch.
Randy,
it must have been under 100.2 because
Pedro
yeah.
Martinez, when he played as an all-star, threw a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. As a matter of fact, he threw an immaculate inning.
We're talking about last night.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out to you, a 100-mile-an-hour pitch means absolutely nothing at this level of baseball.
Randy,
yes, Phil. Let me go ahead and sink your battleship again.
Thank you. Yes, he's an ace for a team as a pitcher, and he has 33 home runs. Which, if that were just his entire season,
I don't
he would have already been in contention for an MVP. But he's only done it for the first half. He's got another.
He
half
didn't hit
to
home
go.
run in the All-Star game.
So what? What does that count? You want to talk about exhibition games?
Who
That
hit
means
home
nothing.
Who hit the home run in the All-Star game?
Who?
The MVP,
Vlad
Guerrero Jr. That's
Yeah,
exactly
and
right.
where's his team?
Yeah,
Are
he
they
went deep.
doing? Goodness gracious.
Or is his team doing it? You're the third in the East right now, ahead of the Yankees.
Yeah. Shohei Ohtani is
Uh-huh.
doing things that historically have never been done this side of Babe Ruth. Who
Shohei
who had to-
Ohtani's team is fourth place right now in the American League West. Fourth.
Yeah, and they have Mike Trout as well. Mike Trout had to deal with
Mike
this
Trout
too.
is injured. Has been out almost since the first week of the season.
But Mike
Fourth
Trout
place,
has
the Angels are.
Mike Trout has been unquestionably coronated as the best player in all of baseball. He's even in contention for the best player of all time.
Well,
and
that's starting to dwindle here as he gets older.
I'm just saying, if the media talks about it, if the media
That's
talks
not the
about
case.
a person, it is definitely the case.
These players, nobody
You're a
wants to talk
pawn for
about the
big
Angels.
media, Phil. You're a pawn.
Nobody wants to talk about these players. Nobody talks about Mike Trout, and he certainly deserves that. But
nobody talks about Mike
nobody
Trout?
talks about Mike Trout.
Oh my
Baseball.
God.
Jeffrey,
Been a
when's
little
the
bit
last?
quieter lately? Yeah.
Yes, when's the last time we
Because
ever
he's
talked
been
about Mike Trout?
injured. Are you
No,
kidding
that's
me?
not true, man. We haven't talked about him for like 3 seasons. We all know how great he is.
I got news for you. I'm not spoon fed by ESPN, MLB, or anybody else. I make my decisions based upon the eye test. When I see it, I call it like it is. And
Wait.
Shohei Ohtani, although an extremely talented baseball player, is not a superstar. Period.
Wow.
Let me explain this to Phil in a language he'll understand. He ain't all that in a bag of chips.
Shohei,
But I kind of think he kind of is, though, Randy. I have to
He's
disagree
a
with you on
super
this.
talented guy, but he is not a superstar by
Why are you so
any
angry
means.
about? Why are you so angry about this, Randy?
I'm not angry about it at all. I'm just tired of trying everybody telling me what the rule is. The rule is not what the big media says it is.
he's probably one of the most talented athletes this side of Bo Jackson and Deion
Yeah.
Sanders.
Oh,
We
really?
have a lot of very famous people listening to this show, and more than likely, Shohei Ohtani is one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to
Probably.
understand
Yeah.
something, Shohei Ohtani. Maybe get a translator for this. Randy's not mad at you. He's just mad at the ESPN. That's why. He's
Well, I'm
mad.
not
at
even
the-
mad
it's
at
not
you.
even about that.
I'm just mad at big media. That's all
Yeah.
I'm mad at.
He's mad at Phil, is what we're trying to say, because
Oh,
Phil is big
Well,
media.
Phil's just wrong. I'm not mad at him. I love Phil, but he's wrong.
Yeah.
Love you too, Randy.
It doesn't sound like there's a lot of love for Ohtani here, but don't get
listen,
Randy wrong.
No, listen. I appreciate what he does. I think this is something that we haven't seen since way back in baseball. A pitcher coming into a game who's also a power hitter. But there's nothing, dude. This goes on every week at every little league field in the country. A guy will come in and pitch an inning, and then he'll hit a home run. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. It just doesn't do anything.
That's
for
in
me.
the minor leagues, man. We're talking
No,
about
that's
the
in
big.
little league.
Okay,
That's what
wait.
it is.
How about this, Randy? Does this get your excited parts up there? 2 catchers went to the yard last night in this game. You being a former catcher, that's going to make you smile a little bit, right? That for the first time in about 25 years, a catcher from each league went deep in the All-Star game.
I think that's great.
JT Real Muto and
Real Muto, yeah.
Mike Zunino
Uh-huh.
from the Rays. They both hit a solo home run.
Well, that's fantastic, and that's the way it should be at this level. I mean, these guys coming up here, especially in this era of baseball, where a home run is important, and nobody cares about hitting for average anymore or trying to move runners around. Everybody's up there swinging out of their cleats, trying to hit one to downtown somewhere. Yeah, I mean that's great. I'm glad
Phil,
to see that.
Did you learn a little something right there? When the lion is roaring, you give him a little kibble of catchers who maybe hit home runs.
You're right.
When the lion
Just softens
is
them up right
roaring.
there.
My point is, big media doesn't spoon feed me. I don't buy what they're
That's
selling.
so-
Nom, nom, nom. 2 catchers. Nom, nom, nom. Ah, big media.
I remember you're there.
That's absolutely genius, Jeffrey. But you're so wrong about this, Randy. Nobody wants to talk about Milwaukee. When is the last time we talked about Milwaukee? Giannis Antetokounmpo is so good, he makes you talk about him. Shohei Ohtani, nobody wants to talk about the Angels. Shohei Ohtani makes you talk about him. That's a superstar. Devin Booker doesn't make you talk about him.
Can we talk about the real bad thing? No, I get it. Randy thinks the bad thing is big media. That's trying to tell him what to think about sports. Phil doesn't like the fact he has to wear clothing on Naked Wednesday.
This is true.
You know what I'm upset about is how embarrassed at least both Phil and I should be about that first pitch that Peyton Manning tried to throw last night.
Man.
What the hell was that?
Oh, man, you expect just a little bit better than a
He
George
bounced
Bush
it.
throw.
You don't listen, throw it high where the catcher has to reach him and grab it. More respect for that than bouncing it in the dirt like a 95-year-old woman or something, or even worse, like Fauci did. Holy God. So, but Peyton Manning, you know, I get it. A lot of his passes were wobbly, floppily, but they weren't in the dirt interceptions. So that was embarrassing. It was funny because when he went up there to shake hands with German Marquez, even he would look him in the eye. He was like, "Okay, I got to go."
It was
like,
secondhand embarrassment.
Like, I don't want to be in this picture. I don't want to be in this picture.
I can't be remembered for this.
So, I mean, come on. Peyton Manning's 45 years old, and he threw footballs, not baseballs. But any one of us would practice that. Any one of us, and I get it. You get nervous. It's a big deal. But any one of us would have practiced that. And he's supposed to have been, I get it. Towards the end, maybe not so much. But he's an elite athlete. Well, make it over the damn plate, Peyton.
Every ballpark, every major league ballpark in the country has got a batting cage. You can go in there and you can practice.
Sure.
You've got a bucket of balls sitting right there.
And you know what?
You kind of warm up the old hose there.
Yep.
And then you go out there, step it off, zing, right in there for a strike, and wave to the crowd and walk the hell off the field. That's what you got to do.
Let me tell you something, Phil. Right at that point.
Yeah. What can I do for you, Jeffrey O'Brien?
No. Here's what you can have Peyton in the Hall of Fame as a Bronco after that pitch. I'm not thinking maybe like German Marquez. I'm like, no, I'm good. Don't need to be in this picture. We're good. No, just, you go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Can we have a moment of honesty though here? Are you a little worried about his neck, man? Like that was so bad. I actually was medically worried about him. Where I thought, God, is he losing feeling? Like, is this a long-term problem where eventually it might affect his like day-to-day life?
Well, he didn't scream at the end of the pitch, so I think he's all right.
It was like,
Yeah. I think that his whole family did that. Like, oh God, now we have to get a divorce. Now we got to move away. Oh God,
somewhere in New Orleans, his dad was shaking his head and turned the TV off.
Yeah, his own dad, Archie's like, time to change the last name. Really thought this was going to be because of Eli, but nope, it's Peyton. It's Peyton.
Don't come back to New Orleans. Just stay out there.
He's like, can we move? Can we move quickly? Yeah. 888-368-1580. Cheese Skulls Burner says, I'm all for baseball changing the rules. Oh, that's the next thing, Randy. Yesterday you weren't here.
Yes.
Manfred Mann, the drunken one, decided, okay, good news. We're dropping those recent rule changes, the ones you hate. Getting rid of the 7-inning games. No more of that. No more extra innings runners things. None of that.
Good.
But he's saying, here's what I am putting on the table. We're going to kill the shift. We're going to make a shift an illegal thing.
Illegal?
Yes. He's saying what we'll do is we'll require 2 infielders on each side of second base. He says, what does that do? It makes the game look like when I was 12 years old. That's what it does. It's not a change. It's a restoration. I don't even know how you penalize against that if somebody, shifts. I mean, somebody thought maybe it was a infield balk or something. I don't know how you penalize that. It's somebody takes a base. But I thought you'd be upset about this. I don't like baseball telling me what I can do with my infield and outfield. I get you have to have a pitcher, you got to have a catcher. But outside of that, if I decide to put everybody in right field standing in a group, I should be allowed to do that.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. It bugs me that Manfred has got his drunken hands all over the rule book again. He's trying to change things. Stay the hell out of it, Manfred. Go to your bourbon locker in your office and sit down there and look out the window and gaze at the birds or something, and stay the hell out of baseball operations. Well, you're a commissioner. You're not the baseball guru. Second of all, if a guy wants to put a shift on, I got a way to kill that shift. Hit it where they're not.
Exactly.
These are the best ball players in the world. And if your ego will not let you do what's good for the team and hit the ball through the hole that they're leaving open for you, then shame on you. You deserve to lose games and be thrown out like an idiot. Instead of trying to go out there and win the ball, hit the ball into the gap where they're not.
There you go. And Chief Skull says, I don't think they should take away the shift. Not being able to go opposite field is a problem with teaching hitting. It was not teaching hitting properly. Everybody needs to learn to hit the hole. Learn to hit the hole.
I keep trying to learn that lesson every day.
But oh my God,
it's more a matter of which hole.
Yeah, but at the major league level, and it's well documented, these hitting coaches, this philosophy at the major league level is look, if you're a pull hitter, be a pull hitter. Don't try to hit to the opposite field. And when you swing as hard as you can in case you really get a good piece of the ball and it goes out of the park. And you want to swing at an upward plane. You want to get that optimum quote unquote launch angle. If it's more than 30 degrees, it's going to be a home run. There you go.
Well, what I want is that optimum tax relief. Anyway, Kingpin.
They didn't even need to pay for that.
Hey, where would we find Olympic level amateur players? College kids can now get paid. U of A kids been paid for decades. It's a good point. It's a good point, Kingpin.
Good point. Yes.
Large Marge says, can we get a merry round of burn in hell Giannis? No, we like Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're not doing
Giannis is a good guy, man.
We were fine with the burn in hell Scott Foster that we did the other day. But yeah, I can't bring myself to hate on Giannis. President Wallet says, I decided to check. You still haven't got Phil to stop acting like a kid that just wants to argue. I'll check back next month. Go Suns. So he's going to listen once a month until we've killed Phil. Yeah. Bob Shrirsky says, hey, that LeBron James there can kiss my dupa.
Wow. Kiss him on the dupa.
I believe her name is Dua Lipa.
Oh, I don't even know what that means either. Kiss the Cook says, Naked Wednesday. Getting the old grill ready to rock some Q. That's right. Yes, the grill's hotter when you're wearing nada. All right. It's National Nude Day.
Amen.
Well, see, here's the thing. Phil, thank God, is wearing a hoodie and some other stuff. And we purposely made it cold in the radio station to deter the Naked Wednesday. Plus, just to be safe, neither Randy or I are in the radio station right now.
Yeah.
We're both at our houses where we can just hit a button and never have to see it again.
Yes. As far as you know, I'm fully clothed underneath this desk.
As long as I don't see it, I don't care. Big George.
I do have your seat to go sit in after this, though.
You don't think I have that sanitized every day? Big George says, Randy, I agree with you about Ohtani. I don't feel the comparisons to Babe Ruth are fair. Wait, whoa. Who's comparing him to Babe Ruth?
Well, that's big media. Everywhere you turn this past week, All-Star Week.
Jeffrey, what are you talking about?
We haven't seen a player like this since Babe Ruth.
He does not look drunk or fat.
He can pitch and he can hit at the same time. Well, we need to change the rules for Shohei Ohtani to allow him to be above the rules. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread, I tell you.
Big George says you have to remember back in Ruth's time, there was no designated hitter. Ohtani gets the benefit of just having to hit on his pitching days off, where Ruth played the field on days he didn't pitch. But except for one thing, Big George, Babe Ruth had the benefit of not everybody being allowed to play the damn game. With all the African-American people who had to play in the Negro League or never got a chance to go out there and show how it's done, I find even Babe Ruth's records to be illegitimate.
And also,
that racists, not George. George is a good guy.
Yes. But also don't forget, Ohtani does play the field whenever he travels to the opposite league and he doesn't DH. He will play the outfield from time to time.
We got a lot of texts waiting to be read, and we got a lot more stuff to talk about that has to do with the baseball stuff. So come on back, kids. Oh, we're going to talk Suns. We're going to talk football and all that too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
NASCAR Championship weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
at earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at the Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
Summertime. And your summer home for sports in the Valley has what you need to cool you off. The NBA is looking to crown a new champion. The NHL gives another team the right to spend a year with Lord Stanley's Cup. Baseball is gaining momentum towards the playoffs. The NFL opens training camp to get ready for a new season. Yes, summertime is the best time of the year. Stay up to date with everything summertime has to offer on your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I miss the Berg's input on the text line. He's doing a superstition thing right now where the only thing he texts every day is "Go Suns." He feels like that is what he has to do until the Suns win the finals, and I respect that. But I saw on the Twitter that he was trying to buy some Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream. Can you believe that's a thing? It's actually macaroni and cheese day today, and Kraft decided to celebrate by saying, "Look what we made, ice cream." But it's macaroni and cheese.
So are you telling me that today's macaroni and cheese day?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I know what I'm going to have. Miss Kim has made a pot roast the other day, and I'm going to be having that tonight. I'm going to open a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Put that right there on the side. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My kids are into the white cheese right now. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember. It's on the box. Anyway,
Assaggio cheese.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's some silly word. I don't know. Anyways, but I like macaroni and cheese. Don't get me wrong. But ice cream?
No.
Do you want to try that?
No, I don't.
I mean, we had this conversation the other day. You can't say no until you tried it. I like macaroni and cheese. I like ice cream. So technically, under my own rules, I should probably try some. But Berg tried to get some. It's $12 a pint. He went on there and he couldn't get any. It wouldn't. I guess they sold
$12 a pint.
Yeah.
Well, you got to freeze that dairy somehow.
Wow.
So a reviewer at eater.com, they sent them some so they could taste it and said, actually, it was very good. Nothing short of magical is what they said.
Really?
And, they could also just getting paid to say that. So what do I know? Randy is railing against big sports media. I'm railing against lion food websites. Yeah. So how about you, Phil? Who are you angry at in the media right now?
Oh, in the media?
Just us?
All those all those people
Randy
who
and
say you have to wear clothes.
Yeah, I guess that's
dare
us.
you?
Yeah. How dare we? 888-368-1580. Navy Brad says, greetings, men. I'm at the keg with my mom celebrating our July birthdays. Go Suns and bake those Bucks.
Heck yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
You and your
birthday.
mom. Yeah.
Kingpin says, I read that one. I hate when this happens. Bala51 says, big sports media doesn't talk about sports anymore. They talk about the individual's personal life, behind the scenes drama, make ridiculous hot takes, get more internet clicks. I miss the old days when people that actually knew about sports broadcasted real sports shows that broke down game strategy and stats. What the hell are you listening to this show for?
Who fooled you into thinking that that's what this show is about?
None of what you just described is this show. I understand what you're saying, but Into Speed says Chuck Finley struck out 4 batters in an inning in an all-star game and 3 or 4 times in his career, by the way. Thank you for that. Ukle the Mock says, hey, Randino. Hey, Radio Pal. Shut up, Filligan. Watermelon says Eli Manning was sitting there like, yeah, now I'm the number 1 son. Yeah. Archie just leans over, goes, no. Senior Wake and Bake says, Jeffrey, you said the team the Rattlers were playing was Ass Pirates? Wow. It's Massachusetts Pirates. I just didn't see sometimes these glasses, you know what I'm saying? These glasses.
Yeah, massive privates. That's who they're playing.
Dr. Maxter says, you're absolutely right, Randy. Hey, Cubs, win Cubs, just like Harry Carey says. What? Oh, hey, Cubs win? Is that over already? Did that happen?
Cubs win.
Did the Diamondbacks game
Currently
over?
4th place in the Central Division of the National League. Cubs win.
Phil,
Hey,
check the score. Is that game over? Is it already happened?
I
thought
don't
that
think
was
they're
tomorrow.
playing today, Jeffrey. I think
I thought it was tomorrow.
the games return.
You can't say that the game's over until the game's been played, Dr. Maxter. How dare you?
Hey.
Fish Tank says,
yeah, tomorrow Red Sox Yankees start.
Let's make sure we don't start trending into Stephen A. Blender territory there. Listen, here's the thing. I don't ever want to stick up for Stephen A. Smith, but here's the thing. The issue of whether somebody can speak English or not, I don't believe that's a racial thing. It's a national thing. It's a country thing. Plenty of white people come from, say France or other countries in Europe and don't know how to speak English, and you say the same thing to them. So I don't think it's necessarily a racially charged thing. Problem is when Stephen A. Smith said what he was saying, that kind of hit the Asian community kind of hard just because they've been taking some abuse lately. And they're like, see, it's stuff like that. Even though if Stephen A. Smith doesn't mean it in a racist way, it charges up the racists who are listening, who will now carry that flag as another reason to abuse the Asian Americans. So I understand all that, but at the very root of things, looking over at somebody who has not bothered to learn the language of the country they are in, and maybe even becoming a citizen of, it's a little bit aggravating. I can understand that. But also, it's not a reason to be mad at somebody. It's not a reason to say they're not American. I can see both sides of this. But if I go to, say, France, and I don't know French, I'm gonna have a hell of a hard time. And they're gonna kind of look at me like, what? Make an effort, buddy. It's not racist. It's just it's logistics.
No, that wasn't necessarily what he was saying. What he was saying was, in order for Shohei Ohtani to be at the top of the sport, to be the face of MLB even, it's really hard for you to achieve that status without actually knowing the English language for which the sport is predominantly based in.
Like it's an American league sport, not the American league, but an American
sport.
Yeah. The American pastime. Yes.
So I didn't find that to be a racial thing, but he was right. I got to give Stephen A. credit. When he realized they are taking it in a way which I never intended. What I intended now doesn't matter. I have to make sure and I make this right. And he did absolutely the right thing. I don't care for his show. I don't care for all the constant screaming, but I think he handled that right.
Yeah.
But I also can't say that just expecting somebody to learn the damn language of the country you're in is a racial thought process. Listen, there's some people here who have never learned English very well because they were in communities where they didn't need to. And it doesn't make them less American. It just happens to be the part of the country or wherever they were in their lives when they got here. And that, listen, if let's say I sneak into France and I live in a community where everybody speaks English, why do I got to learn French? But if somebody wants to be a little bit grumpy with me about it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But again, it's not a racial thing. It's just logistics. That's all.
Is there some sort of evidence that he's not trying to learn English?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know that he's not even a citizen, so he doesn't need to learn it.
But he's here 9 months out of the year playing professional baseball. You would think that he would try to make an effort to learn the language and try to understand. I mean,
from what I understand,
sure
he has learned some of the language, but not enough to hold like press conferences.
So, but it might take him some time to get to a point where he can actually communicate effectively.
Because I
don't care if he does.
Because he did accept his Rookie of the Year award in English, but practiced English, not communication. Again, not in a setting where you have reporters interviewing you, and if you say something wrong, it will make headlines.
I don't care. Once again, I'm just sort of riding down the middle. I don't care. It doesn't make you less of a baseball player. If you're a star based on your merits, the fact you don't know the language doesn't take away from you being what I believe could be the face of Major League Baseball, because it's not, I don't care what you say. I want to see what you do. And so on that aspect, then somebody who doesn't know English, absolutely. You can be the face of whatever sport you want to be the face of. Just do a damn good job out there. And that's all that matters. Yeah. Don't be a dick, that too. But on the other side of that, if people are a little bit aggravated, it's like, I'm trying to talk to this guy. He doesn't even know the English. It's a little bit, I can make anybody a little bit grumpy. I don't find anything racist or racial in that. But yes, there are people who will take that and say, well, by God, you've been coming from another country. You don't know. You got to learn your damn English there here. You got to learn to speak American. And that's what I think that the people are worried about, that they'll take up what was said and make things worse. Moist One says, my Russian mail order bride hasn't learned a lick of English in the 3 years we've been together. She doesn't have to, because I'm learning Russian. All right.
Well, as long as you're not Russian and when it comes appropriately. All right.
What?
Wow.
Swave Dave says, Jeffrey, do you like ice cream? Yes. You like Guinness? Yes. Have you ever had a Guinness float? Oh, no, I haven't.
I'm listening.
I haven't even thought about that.
You have my attention.
I have ice cream. I have Guinness.
No, but wait,
I'm going to try it.
Well, but wait. So what are you going to put in there? Like, I think you would have to put like a dark chocolate in there to go with the Guinness.
No,
you couldn't just put like vanilla in there.
Straight. I have Neapolitan downstairs. I don't think I have straight vanilla, but now
you need to get like a dark chocolate ice cream and put in there with that Guinness.
So, I'm going to get some chocolate ice cream. I'm going to get some vanilla ice cream. I'm going to try them both. I'm going to let you guys know.
Yes, you're doing it for science. You're sacrificing yourself at the behest of science and advancing society.
Good call.
Yes.
It's a good call, pal. Good call.
That's all I'm saying. You got to give it all a chance.
Yeah, you're a modern day hero. Yeah.
Swave Dave, I salute you. Joe the Show says, great take, Jeffrey, on Ohtani there. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Hamilton Porter says, Randy, you most certainly can do vanilla. Ever heard of a black and tan?
Yeah, but when I'm drinking beer or whiskey, I don't like any. I'm not a big mixer. Not a big mixer guy.
Hefty Lefty says, Jeffrey just went from 6 to midnight learning about that Guinness float idea.
He's looking
Big
over
George.
he's not going to have a coherent thought tomorrow about the game.
That's all I can think about. Big George says, I can confirm from secondhand knowledge that Otani can place an order at In-N-Out for a double-double animal style with animal style fries in English. That's the only essential communication he
really
needs
is.
playing in Orange County, California.
That really is. It's some good stuff, man.
And
Ladies
he
and
seems like
gentlemen,
a good dude.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news here on the Daily Blender.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
Federal judge has nullified Bob Baffert's New York suspension over the Kentucky Derby winner's failed drug test, saying the state's racing associated acted unconstitutionally by not allowing the Hall of Fame horse trainer adequate time to refute the allegations again.
Wow.
Translation, Bob Baffert knows the right guy to pay off in New York.
Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that?
So what does that mean now?
Well, he's
this is all about
reinstated. He
him.
can- yeah.
Doesn't mean that the win was reinstated or anything
Well,
like that. That
I-
just means
I-
he's reinstated.
Well, I don't know how this is going to affect the wins. We'd have to ask somebody that would know inside horse racing. But the bottom line is it reinstates him immediately back to his post. And now it opens up Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Racing Commission to be sued by Baffert for lost time and lost potential winnings.
Except for this ruling should only have impact on the state of New York. So as much as, they're going to be grumpy about what happened, you can't,
okay. Yeah.
You can't really, Kentucky's got, jurisdiction on that. So they'd have to have a whole nother court case there, which Baffert's a rich man. And I'm sure that there will be some things filed here, there, and everywhere. 888-368-1580. What time is it? Yeah, we got about a minute. I can read some more texts here. Let's see. Jagdog says, Phil, shut up. That could be about anything.
I know. I'm not quite sure what to
Nope,
shut
here
up
it
about.
is.
Oh, okay.
When Book drops 35 tonight, the Suns win. You will come to work tomorrow with that normal, stupid look on your face and make up some other excuses why Booker is not the man. Randy, I need a crown shot on the rocks if I got to keep hearing Phil's BS.
There you go, my friend.
Chief Skulls Burner says Otani is an anomaly in baseball because most pitchers can't hit for shizzle. He's a good pitcher who's a good hitter, and he should be in the National League so they don't have a DH. He's a reason you need to do away with the DH.
Before Shohei Ohtani, like the last pitcher we got excited for hitting a home run here and there was probably Madison Bumgarner. I mean, am I wrong about that? It's probably Madison Bumgarner, and then before him, I don't even know who even comes close.
A lot of people overlook pitchers as just being one-dimensional. Pitchers, by the very nature of the position, are generally very, very good athletes. And the reason they are so behind in hitting in the National League is because once they hit the major league systems, they no longer take batting practice. Their sole purpose for being on a professional baseball team is to throw the ball and place it where they need to place it. So they spend all their time working on that. And then they almost take batting practice before a game as just sort of a walkthrough on the day they're going to pitch.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted because C-Hack is taking me to task over the Guinness ice cream float idea.
Really? Okay.
C-Hack says, no ice cream and beer, no fruit and beer, no soda and whiskey. Oh, he's right. I forgot myself for a minute. According to the Manstitution of these United States of America, written by me and forward by Randy White. And by the way, we just got the actual prints in finally. 32 pages, bigger print than the first one we've had done. So these will be available very, very soon. We're selling these for charity. But in the Manstitution under alcohol, I'm trying to find a loophole, but I know we'll have to take a look and talk about that when we come back. Can I avoid a man card violation and still have a Guinness float?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll discuss when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention the Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Among successful enterprises, there's one key factor that drives profitability.
We'll have it for you in the next 3 days.
Reputation. What do you do if just hours before delivery, the electrical grid that powers your office is taken out? If you already have generator backup, you make that deadline.
Emergency power you can control. Gentech is a nationwide leader in power generation sales, rentals, and services. Headquartered right here in Arizona with 24/7 emergency response. Gentech is a full-service power generation company specializing in gaseous and diesel generators. Gentech also provides solutions for the rental industry and power distribution. We've all experienced it. The grid will go down. Be prepared. Call Gentech at 800-625-8324. That's 800-625-8324. Or go to gentechusa.com. That's Gentech, Gentech, 800-625-8324.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., pivotal Game 4 between the Suns and Bucks in Milwaukee. Whether we are celebrating a 3-1 series lead or a tied series at 2, I'll have all your coverage. Major League Baseball's second half of the season is about to kick off. Let's take a peek into the standings and expectations for teams that will win some games. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I did have to go back to the Constitution of these United States of America, written by me, Jeffrey O'Brien. And, so here's the deal. Somebody suggested, hey, how about a Guinness float? And I'm like, ooh, I like a root beer float. Why wouldn't I like a Guinness float? I like ice cream. I like Guinness. And then I'm reminded we just don't do that with alcohol. Here it is in the Constitution, soon to be available for sale for charity under Article 9, titled Beer.
Okay.
A man, this is Section 9. 10. A real man does not drink flavored whiskey. Only flavor of whiskey a man shall drink is whiskey flavored whiskey.
Or whisker flavored whiskey.
Sure, why not? Because it gets through your mustache or something.
Oh, yeah.
Section 11. A man shall never drink any kind of wine cooler or hard seltzer unless beer or liquor has been consumed and it's all gone and resupply is impossible. This includes any sort of alcohol that is fruit flavored.
Yeah.
Exception. It is permissible to drink a fruity alcoholic drink only when a man is sunning himself on a tropical beach and the drink is delivered by a topless model and it's complimentary.
Well, I mean, there's that.
All right. So, but I don't see anything in here about beer and ice cream, though.
No.
This has not come up as a thing before. And that's it. I don't have.
If it's chocolate and or vanilla, is it a fruit?
Yeah. So there's no, I think
on a technicality, but listen, I got to hold myself to a higher standard. As your Southwest Regional Man Card Commissioner, I don't like when people put peanut butter in whiskey. I don't like that they put cinnamon in whiskey. And we do have a bottle of Fireball, but that's chick whiskey. That's my wife's. So I'm probably going to have to say, no, I can't do it. I'm probably going to have to say, just to be safe, that to avoid any, and I'm not telling you guys how to live your life, but you know, it's not in there, but maybe it will be in the future. So what are you thinking, Randy? What are your thoughts on this?
I think you have a loophole because it talks nothing about creams inside your beer.
Easy, Phil. A man of integrity doesn't need loopholes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there is that. Yeah.
I'm not looking for a tax break here. I'm looking to uphold the Manstitution to the best of my ability. If I'm expecting other people who claim to be manly men to follow such, then I have to keep myself to that same standard.
I think I have the opportunity for you right here.
Okay.
What happens is your wife opens a Guinness and puts a scoop of ice cream in the Guinness and then says, "Here, honey, try this."
Yeah, it's a hard no. Because I know what it is, so it violates.
No, not if you're not in the room and you don't see it happen, you don't know what it is, and you just try it because your wife has asked you to try it.
Yeah, it's a hard no. I'm sorry. Listen, if she wouldn't ask me to do something that would compromise my manliness, one of the things she loves about me is how damn manly I am. So, C-Hack, damn it, that's. This is great. Actually, this needs to go into the second edition of the Manstitution.
Wow. All right.
If you can't drink it at a bar in front of other men, it doesn't qualify.
Well,
that's fine words right there, C-Hack.
Good show, Jeffco. Good show. Way to stand your ground.
Listen, the temptation to try something fun and new is great, but sometimes I forget myself, and I'm glad that C-Hack reminded me. And because I love a root beer float. I'll stick with root beer in the float, but I won't sully good alcohol, beer, whiskey, or otherwise, by putting the sweet stuff there.
All right.
I think that settles it. And I think I'm going to steal that line. If you can't drink it at a bar in front of other men, it does not qualify as a manly drink.
There you go.
Well done. Cheese Skulls Burner says, hey, rules are rules, Randy White. No beer and ice cream. Girl Scout Thin Mints, yes. Beer, no.
What's the difference?
Dropping Girl Scout Thin Mints into ice cream? Well, that's just a treat. Yeah, it's just a nice treat. It has nothing to do with the alcohol. You don't drop Girl Scout Thin Mints into beer?
I hope not. It's not the way I heard it.
Oh, no, I don't. I hope I'm wrong. You don't put nothing in the beer. You don't put orange in your beer either. That's just really weird.
No,
well,
Miss
a lime,
when she has
a lime is okay.
Yeah,
the lime is okay. It goes into those the Mexican
Why is the lime
beers.
okay?
Because it's just part of. It's not like a sweet like an orange. It's tart. It gives like a little bit of the extra something to it.
I don't put any fruit in my beer.
Oh, me neither. But I'd say it's okay. I don't want to take all the fun away from everybody.
Okay, all right.
But if it's a Mexican beer like the Dos Equis, or you got the Corona, or whatever you feel like, bloop, but that's fine. But if you're sitting there with a giant slice of orange in your beer, you get away from me. Fubar 1000 says it's an absolute man card violation to have frou-frou drinks. Yep, that's true.
I agree.
True. Yeah, Fubar says, by the way, Jeffrey, just dawned on me, you guys take a break every day at 4:20, and now pot is legal. I'm wondering, is there anything to that? Do you guys need some Doritos? Nah. Here's the thing. Can't speak for Phil. But Randy and I, we're high on life. We both have our Dare shirts.
Yeah.
And we listened to Nancy Reagan back in the 80s. We're clean.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Phil is filled. We could just call him Pharma Phil. He's filled with all sorts of drugs and whatever. We have no idea.
It's a good thing that you're only speaking for you and Randy.
That's what I'm saying. Pharma Phil.
Yeah.
It's not a bad nickname. Baker's Cocky Hen says lime is okay because, as you know, you put the lime in the coconut and you mix it all up. I might have to rescind my whole okay with lime thing. Chicago Joe says salted caramel Guinness is awesome. Yeah, Guinness flavored Guinness is good for me. Kirsten Cook says, would red wine and chocolate ice cream be a violation of the Constitution? Who's drinking wine? Is that like whiskey?
Well, now, what happens if you are having a very nice celebration with your significant other,
mm-hmm.
and you've had possibly a several course meal?
Yeah,
have had the steak and the and all the accoutrements that go along with it. Maybe the lobster.
Yeah.
Maybe the nice big mashed potato or baked potato.
Yeah, you're making me hungry.
And now it comes to the end of this candlelight evening where your significant other looks absolutely beautiful, and she asks you to share a wine, a glass of wine with her in celebration of your love.
That's fine. Yeah,
is that okay?
Oh, you can drink wine. I wasn't saying you can't drink wine.
Yeah.
I don't know it. I don't know any men.
But I think the question was wine with some sort of a baked product, a cake or something.
Wine. You mean like wine mixed with chocolate ice cream, or just there's some chocolate ice cream and then there's some wine? I don't care.
Yeah.
Just saying that men don't mix stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Moist one says, I'm going to drink what I want when I want. I'm going to drink a damn daiquiri in a bar full of dudes. What are they going to do?
Wow.
Talk about how feminine it is behind my back, gossiping like that. That's even more feminine. No, I'm not going to sit here and gossip going, oh, look at that guy. He's drinking a girly drink. I'm just going to sit there with a look in my face that bores through you like a laser. And you know. Cards Chappie says, coming from Arizona, I have to ask for an amendment. Arizona has some fine fruit beers. Citrus is one of the 5 C's, you know. Don't put fruit in beer, man. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. At least not in public. Like C-Hack said. Hefty Lefty says, it's technically mixing alcohol and food product cooking with alcohol is normal in culinary profession. Making a float is technically cooking, so a Guinness float shouldn't be a violation because then it's not a drink. It is, you think about it this way, it's ice cream with the added ingredient of beer, not the other way around. Oh, damn you, Hefty Lefty. Why are you doing this to me?
No fruits whatsoever in alcohol. That's the thing.
No, I'm not ready to say man card violation. It's just not a good look.
Yeah.
Because
how about that?
Because we know that tomatoes have recently been reclassified as a fruit. So that means you're
about to get reclassified.
You're outlawing all Bloody Marys across the valley.
No, that's not what he said.
That's a Bloody Mary is a mixed drink, and it's a traditional, and that's kind of a chick drink too. Anyway, let's see here. Kiss the Cook says not to sully the great.
I make them. That's not
not to sully the great Manstitution, but do we not have females in the folds?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Sure, we do. What's wrong with that? I understand your point there.
I think what they're trying to say is, why are we not being more inclusive? But you've always maintained that being a man has nothing to do with actual identifiable gender.
No, it does. It has nothing to do with sexuality, is what I've said. A gay man can be very manly, and a straight man can be very unmanly. It's how you identify. It has nothing to do with the sexuality. But that said, there's some really cool chicks like Fed Fan, Baby Got Dak, Rolled Tide Kara, and some others. They're like one of the guys, but I don't hold them to the Manstitution because they ain't men. There's nothing weird about that. Random Texture says, can you put a celery stalk in your Bloody Mary and then put the lime in the Corona? Yeah, I'm not going to get weird about it if I see that. That doesn't seem to bother me. Again, this is why, because there's a little bit of subjectiveness to this. That is why it's not in the Manstitution about, lime or, stuff like that. So he says, I like ice cream. I even like cold macaroni and cheese. I'm going to try that macaroni and cheese ice cream. Why not? Slave Dave says, driving up the Western 101, you had a rap station trying to take over your show.
Wow.
Oh, yeah? What frequency was that? Because sometimes little pirate radio stations pop up and we have to go after them. Let us know. Let's see. He says, by the way, Jeffrey, come on, man. You're the commish, potential emperor. You can do whatever you want. Got to lead by example, Slave Dave. If I say do this and I do something else, that's a weak-ass leader, isn't it? Case the Cook says, come on, man. Guinness and ice cream. It's a concoction. Concoctions shouldn't count. You know,
It's really not a concoction. It's more of a float.
It just feels wrong. Just feels wrong now that we've thought it through. Fubar 1000 says, okay, so I need to ask this question. If you're in international waters, is it still a man card violation to have a strawberry margarita?
If you're in international waters.
You know the answer. Now, Bala 51 has sent me something over here. Haagen-Dazs spirits. They've got Haagen-Dazs with rum, Haagen-Dazs with Irish cream, Haagen-Dazs with stout. Ooh, that's like Guinness ice cream. I guess in that case, it's okay because that's an ingredient. It's not that it's not beer with, it's that with beer. So Haagen-Dazs, thanks for the tip there.
Okay, what if you're eating some ice cream and you have a Guinness along with it?
You just do the mixing in your mouth.
Now we're tracking.
You're on the honor system there, Randy. I'm going to say hard no.
Okay.
Bala 51 says, don't kid yourself, guys. I don't listen to you guys for sports knowledge. I consider the Daily Blender a comedic show that helps me unwind on my 20-minute commute home. I'll listen to Bruce and Helly for my sports knowledge. Not really. Bala 51. Well, again, guys, I am sorry. I am very late on reading a bunch of your texts. I promise we will get caught up when we come back. So hang in there, Wilbur and Charlie Boy and Heelman Mike and Rough Rob and Raven Kid and Senior Wake and Bake and Hamilton Porter and Lost Toby and Boogie and all you other peoples. We will get it all straight and cleaned up when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Patriotism is like charity. It lives in the heart. Major's Classic Car Restoration in Gilbert wants to thank the military for standing tall and fighting for the red, white, and blue. Bold stripes, bright stars, and brave hearts is what this country stands for. America without her soldiers is like God without his angels. We don't know them all, but we owe them all. Patriotism. It runs deep at Major's Classic Car Restoration in Gilbert, where they remind us that we live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mike, I understand you need the part.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm good friend, your radio pals, Jeffrey O'Brien, along with Randy White, who doesn't get the memo. Phil is pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And yes, we are 1 hour away from the next epic showdown between the Milwaukee Bucks and your Phoenix Suns. Dear God, I want this to be an ass kicking.
No, don't
on
pray
the
to the
Bucks.
don't pray to the dear God. That's the wrong God.
Stop! There's
That's
no
the wrong God to go.
There
to.
ain't no dear
No,
God. There's
I-
just venison.
You did say dear God.
Give me
Yeah,
some
I
deer
will-
jerky.
Yes, to Phil's
Oh,
point.
brother. Okay, DEAR God.
Yeah.
Let's eat some DEEER VINSOON. There. Dear God, let's eat some deer venison. I'm pretty
All
sure I
right.
nailed that. Spelling bee champ right there.
Yes.
888-368-1580. So now I promised that I would get caught up on the text line. I've got some texts that have been sitting there for about a half an hour. So it may seem disconnected from the conversation that we were just in, but bear with me. I want to give everybody their due. What's that face for, Phil?
Let's just say there's some heat out in the pavilion today. My goodness.
What's happening in the pavilion?
There's some massive heat waves coming around in the pavilion.
Excuse me?
My goodness.
Heat
No.
waves.
He's trying to say cute girls walking by.
My goodness.
Yeah, we always have the blinds closed in there because we're happily married men, and it gets too damn hot in there because the sun hits those windows.
It's
And
getting pretty hot.
I don't know what's going on with the morning show. I think that they get cold or something because all those blinds are always open, and we got to close them up or we boil in there in the afternoon.
Well, they're in the morning, so
Yeah.
the sun's not even up, so they're not getting boiled at all.
Well, and I think it gets hot in there, Jeffrey, because you and I are in.
Yeah, true. We
Yeah.
do have that stardom heat thing going on.
Yeah.
Phil wouldn't understand that.
Boiling each other like lobsters.
Yeah, that's why Phil's so cold. But anyway, so let's get caught up. Let's go all the way back to 4:27 p.m.
Oh, good
All right.
Lord.
Mr. Wilbur says Phil is mad at all media who disrespects pina colada as being a viable drink.
If you like pina coladas,
Why?
Can I be honest? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got a smudge on my glasses. I didn't see. That's stupid. I'm gonna start blocking people. All right, there we go. All right. See,
Hey, Randy, over under
glasses are clean now.
since he's reading from 427, over under 5 shut up Phils. How many do you think we got?
I'll take the over.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Over. Charlie Boy says, "Hey guys, 2 words. Go Suns!" Oh, look at Charlie Boy. I have not seen Charlie Boy since COVID started, and there he is. He sends me a well, it's okay. It's a selfie. He's proving to me he's someplace, so I'll go ahead and pass on the man card violation there. But this, it's actually a groupie because there's a bunch of people behind him. So you're good, Charlie Boy. But good to see you. He's at Chase Field getting ready to watch the Suns, little group party thing they do there in the air conditioning. So good for you, Charlie Boy. Enjoy that. Helaben Mike says there are various enclaves in Argentina where they speak German and English exclusively in a country that speaks mostly Spanish because they were hiding Nazis. Helaben Mike. That's why.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Rough Rob says if he's paid in American money, the Otani, make an effort to learn the language. You don't want to get paid in strident gum, you know.
Yeah, but I think he is trying to learn the language.
He's got people.
I think he's
Nothing
working
against Otani. I'm just saying it's
No.
not racist to give somebody a hard time for not learning the language. It's not a racial thing. It's a language thing. Raven Kid says, "Hey, I want to thank you guys for the Rattler tickets last week. I've never been to an AFL game before, and it was sick." Oh, dear Lord.
No.
Is everybody
Jeffrey,
okay?
No, Jeffrey.
Are you okay?
No, Jeffrey. It's not talking about sick like ill, like feeling poorly. It's talking about sick like that was cool.
Oh, what did you say it was cool? You said
Nah,
made me
well,
worried. I thought I was going to
it's
send a
that,
fruit basket somewhere.
No, it's a young people vernacular,
Okay. Well, hey, it's vomitous to hear from you, Raven Kid. Thanks for that.
No, that
Come on,
doesn't
man.
work.
No, that was perfect, and you know
No,
it. You're just
no,
jealous. You're
no,
jealous
Jeffrey.
because I seem younger.
No, you really don't.
Senior Wake and Bake says now starting for quarterback. He's like, it's funny. He says, please read the full text. And I've read the full text, and it has nothing to do with what you think. But there's, I guess I could say Phil Crotchrot, but that's about as far as I'm going to go with that.
Wow.
Into Speed says, Jeffrey, you passed on my text. Wilt Chamberlain was a Globetrotter. In recent years, they also now have female Globetrotters. You are correct.
I think I remember that. Yeah, Wilt still was a Globetrotter. That's right. It's a good point.
And understand something, Into Speed. I don't necessarily pass on texts, but sometimes there's such a flurry of them. I don't get them all. So apologies. Hamilton Porter says at 4:38 p.m. False, Phil. We were most excited for Bartolo Colon to hit home run.
Now,
yes,
see, now
that was awesome.
Bartolo, the big sexy, he hit a home run.
Yeah, or when he'd catch a ball in his belly button and then just plop it back out for a bunt.
No.
I love it. Love to see it.
No.
Lost Toby says, it's got to ask something I heard a little while ago there. Did Napa Bob actually die? That we're not too sure about.
Yeah.
It seems suspicious, to be honest. The text messages we got from somebody claiming to be his wife from India, saying that he had some sort of a stroke and he keeled over. And as I'm reading this, as kind of the BS alarm was sort of going off, and I don't know, just kind of felt weird. So I don't know for sure, Lost Toby. It also could have been a burner, like a Google phone account, if you know what I mean. People we have blocked from the show in the past have shown up with those sorts of things to try to get involved because they can't help themselves. So I honestly don't know. If he did, God rest his weird soul, because he was Phil's only fan.
I was going to say, just to get ahead of the story, I am aware of the comparisons between me and a former host, but he never killed a fan of his. I now have that on my ledger.
Yeah. So, it's uncertain, Lost Toby, but thanks for asking. He says Diamondbacks are plus 50,000 to win the division. Should we place our bets now?
No.
A dollar bet, sure.
No.
And he says vanilla ice cream, ice and monkey shoulder whiskey. It's a great blended mix. Yeah, kind of feeling like that's a man card violation. Wainwright also hit bombs after Mad Bum, says Lost Toby. So there you go. We're caught up with Lost Toby.
Yeah.
Boogie simply says, let's go Suns. And he says there will be no jinxing of the Suns today. He's sitting on an airplane with his Detroit Tigers hat and a mask and a gray t-shirt. He's not going to sully the experience with his Friday I've lost a bet shirt. Good on you, Boogie. We appreciate that. Joe the Show says facts on the rules. Most you can do is on the rocks, or you lose your man card right there. And by the way, are the Bucks smacking cheeks tonight, or is it going to be a slight win? Okay, first off, if there is a I just don't see another blowout. I don't see another blowout. If the Bucks win, it'll be close. What do you think, Randy?
Well, I think in the first period, the telling tale is how they attack DeAndre Ayton. It seems to me they want to get DeAndre Ayton into foul trouble very quickly and make him a non-issue. And so I think if you watch in the first I'm sorry, I got ridiculed for saying period. First quarter, and see how they attack DeAndre Ayton. That will be a tale of the game.
So, Randy, I'm not trying to be mean. Yeah. Was there ever a time where they called those periods?
Yeah.
In NBA?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was like, periods. Yeah.
When was that?
Well, it may have been way back, but it just... It was one of those things, one of those, you revert back and it comes to your mind and you say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up.
All right, you go ahead.
I'm just going to look that up. Large Marge says, I was driving today and I thought another sucky show was taking over on your station, but it turned out to be just Phil talking.
Oh, boy. Wow.
You know what? Apparently, I didn't hear whatever innocuous comment before this, but apparently they do call it the overtime period. To Randy's point,
I don't know.
Just saying, guys.
The overtime. the overtime period.
I
of time,
remember Al
not,
McCoy
it's not a
on the
period.
TV watching the Suns play, and he said at the end of the first period, it's
Phil, get Al McCoy on the phone. Let's get Al McCoy on the phone.
I'll see what else.
He's taking a nap. You guys know damn good and well he naps between 5 and 6 every day.
No, but he'll take our call. He'll take our call. Swave Dave says it was a 99.3 FM driving up to the Western 101, and then a rap station tried to take over. Oh, yeah, over there. It's definitely going to be a pirate radio station. Thanks for the heads up on that. Fish Tank says, with this drink conversation that's been going on, how the hell is because we've already done that. We're not doing it. Bob Swirsky says, the only thing better than Randy's Harry Curry is when he's angry and he calls someone Jack. You're a badass, Randy.
Thank you very much, Bob Swirsky. I appreciate you and respect you as well.
Kiss the Cook says Guinness and ice cream would be similar to rum raisin ice cream. Like I said, if it's a ice cream that has it as an ingredient, then I'm okay. All the way around, it's a hard no. Big George says, is it a man card violation to join a wine club? No. Now, it's not a man card violation to drink wine. It never said that was. I don't know that many people who do that are men. But that said, if you like some wine, there's no problem there. He says, my wife joined a wine club at the local vineyard in Temecula and added me to her account. So now I'm a de facto member of said wine club. No, you're good. And by the way, if your wife ever signs you up for something that is a man card violation thing, no, that's at wife point. You're fine. Yeah. You can't be taken down for that.
All right, so
Big George, tell me what the vineyard is. I've been out to Temecula in that area there, and I went to a vineyard called Orfila.
Orfila. That sounds like
Orfila, I believe.
Sounds like a girl you meet on a cruise that doesn't shave her legs.
This is a award-winning wine. Yeah, right there in the Temecula area.
She explains you in broken English. It's just they like their legs hairy like that. Big George also says, I went to Disneyland last month and went to the new Marvel Avengers Land at California Adventure, and they served a really good stout beer float with creamy vanilla ice cream. Had real beer in it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, but it wasn't at a bar.
Even then, it's a hard no on that. I'm gonna do some soul searching and really think about this. But I really feel like it's going to end up still being a man card violation.
Here's going to be the ultimate deciding factor is that do you really want to change the rule after your second retype and publishing of the man?
You know what? I'm not a perfect person. Dear God, I'm starting to slip into Hoobastank, aren't I? Yeah. I'm not a perfect person. By the way, that song is a man card violation. Oh, that whiny sack of crap. I'm just trying to be better than you. You're the reason. Oh my God, man. Move on with your life. Have some dignity. You want to improve yourself, fine, but leave that poor girl alone. You are stalking her with your face. Oh. Yeah, I can't believe I hoobastanked all over the show.
Wow.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I am not infallible. Okay. If I make a mistake, I'll admit it. That's another part of being about being a man. You make a mistake, you admit it, you fix it. Simple as that. But right now, this right here, the Manstitution, there's nothing wrong with it. We've gone over this thing with a fine-tooth comb. It may be missing some things, which will be added later. But right now, this Manstitution, solid as a rock. Who did that song, by the way?
I believe that was Tina Turner.
No. Solid as a rock.
That was McFadden and that was something in McFadden.
Ashford and Simpson.
Ashford and Simpson.
Ashford and Simpson.
All right, so Ashton Kutcher and Jessica Simpson did that song together.
No.
Bala 51 says, fantasy football draft time's almost here. When's the blender draft? Are we going to do it in person this year? Yes, we are. And that is being worked on right now by the sales goons. So we will keep you up to date. When we know, I promise you will know. But it'll be the last Saturday in August or the first Saturday in September. We'll let you know. Chief Skull's burner phone says, based on the brand name of ice cream alone, eating something called Haagen-Dazs, that sounds like a man card violation. Generally, yeah, you think Haagen-Dazs, you think a girl trying to not murder you at that time of month, because that's the only thing that's going to protect you is that you hand her a little jug of Haagen-Dazs there. But no, Haagen-Dazs is just ice cream. There's no man card violation there. King of Kitten says, free Britney. Okay, that's a strange hill to die on, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
She was just granted the right to choose her own attorney.
Oh, here's a question from 0256. They say, "Hey Jeffrey, is it a man card violation to eat ice cream while walking down the street?"
Singing
No.
do what diddy diddy
No.
dum diddy do.
No, you can eat ice cream walking down the street. You're all good there. Moist one says, "Jesus Christ, I'm never working at Napa. Napa Bob, Napa Mike. Oh dear."
Wow. That just happened, didn't it?
I would say too soon, but I think it's been good. Baby Got Dak says, "Flying Monkeys Guinness birthday cake. Good. Did you just make that, or is that from the past?" And by the way, you can't frost a cake for crap. It's like all in the middle there, and then I can see the rest of the cake. Or is that just how is that supposed to look that way? I mean, I'll eat it. I don't care.
So is it a violation not if you drink it as it was a beer or root beer float, or I guess a Guinness beer float, but is it if you incorporate the beer into another form, another substance? Is that
okay? Listen carefully. I'm not going to repeat this again. Okay. Pay attention. If you make a root beer float out of Guinness, that's going to be a violation. But if you add, if Guinness is an ingredient in something else, like this cake, it's okay.
Okay.
Cowboy Sparky said, "Whatever happened to the bat phone?" Oh, I missed that voice. Yeah, I know. See, it's funny because you think that people have disappeared and never be heard from again, and then Fubar 1000 pops up and he sends me an email saying, "Oh, I still listen to the show, love the show. I just don't have a chance to always text in." There's tons of people like that. Life changes and we don't hold it against you. You're always welcome here. But yeah, we miss Bat Phone too.
We have something of breaking news. I don't know if you want to play it, but
sounds like you're not sure about this. Let's see if he retains his breaking news privileges.
Bradley Beal has entered health and safety protocols at Team USA camp per Shams Charania and Joe Varden. His availability is currently up in the air.
However, will they survive?
Probably whenever Devin Booker gets there. He'll replace him.
Ukul the Mock says, "Randy having his period, huh? Hey, that is masochistic. Wait, no, misogynistic,
yeah,
and not nice to the ladies."
Me having my period?
Yeah, that was last week. Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hymn says, "Randy, it's okay. Phil just had his first period. At least this month anyway." Kingpin says, "If the Bucks win, it'll be because Monty Williams refuses to stand up for his players and challenge some of those stupid fouls. There was at least two that, based on TV replay, he would have won if he challenged, but he refused to do anything about it."
Wow.
Well, that's pretty strong words against Monty Williams, but it's not that he's not going to stand up for his players. I think it's more a fact that statistically winning those challenges, not always a surefire thing. But I hear you. There's times where even on both sides of the ball, you thought, why didn't they challenge that?
There you go, Monty. You lose one finals game and see how quickly the Suns fans turn on you, buddy.
Yeah, it's almost like they jump off and go follow the Lakers. I mean, what a-hole would do that? Oh. Hi, Phil.
We got a break.
No, we don't. We do what I want. Miss Pringle says, "I vividly recall Dick Stockton referring to periods during NBA games."
Yeah.
All right. I that's why I was being fair and asking if that was like Randy from the past. Let's see. Mr. Pringle, thank you. Big George says, "Randy, we are members of Mount Palomar Winery."
Yeah, I don't know that one. Thank you.
My wife's parents are members at Wilson Creek Winery.
Wow. Okay.
I prefer the Reds at Mount Palomar. God, this is
very
the
good,
whitest,
Big George.
The whitest text I've ever read. It makes me uncomfortable. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price. and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
Hey, I just heard it was possible to get a customized auto quote from Liberty Mutual Insurance. 100% customized for what you need and not for what you don't. Have you ever asked, why should I pay for what I don't need? Like when I buy fancy mixed nuts, I don't want that big nut that takes up all the space. With Liberty Mutual, you can save money when you buy customized auto insurance. Pay only for what you need. This message was brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Mike, I understand you need the park.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
at earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Jacobs and Helly, weekday morning 6 to 10. They will get you up and ready for the day.
You just said it yourself. You look at the tiles and stuff and what's showing up.
Clear, thoughtful insights into the world of sports.
Yeah, is that a coincidence? When was the last time tiles showed up on your social media?
Right. And I wasn't even the one there.
You won't want to miss a second of the show.
Well, you know it's dumb. You can Google naked girls. Naked girls will show up on your social media.
Jacobs and Helly, weekday morning 6 till 10 on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And yes, a day without you super fans is like God without his angels, isn't it? The hell am I listening to? Very excited for tonight's Suns game. Let's talk about the over and under once again. Yes, it is 220.5. 220.5 points is the over under tonight's game. I'm going to guess over on this one. What do you say, Randy?
Yeah, I'll take the over with you, Jeffco.
Yeah, Philly?
I got the under.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear your disgruntled reason.
No, I do think that this will be a hard-fought game. Both teams know that this is a swing game. In essence, this will be a huge determining game for the rest of the series. Suns win the series. I think that both teams are going to put out a defensive prowess tonight and make sure that it's below the rim.
All right. Almost everything he said there sounded sexual. Is it just me?
Oh,
really, if we were to roll that back and play it again and hit a bell every time he said something, Phil has got to be the most sexually frustrated human being on this planet. He starts saying crap like that. I don't think he even realizes he's doing it.
It just comes out. And that's
see what I mean? There's another one. So let me ask you this, because this actually was, scientific. Do you find yourself crunching on ice a lot? Like crunching on ice chips and stuff?
I used to, actually. I did, but then I heard that it's bad for your teeth, so I stopped.
It's a sign of extreme sexual frustration. Phil, we need to find you a friend. 888-368-1580. Gorilla Toe says, I think Philber's awesome. He says, and I know I'm the minority here, but I wonder why people always look for a face of a sport. No, that doesn't make you a minority. I don't understand why we need a face for a sport either.
I think we've kind of got
Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani.
Yeah. He says, I don't need to hear athletes speak. I just admire a swing and an arm like Ohtani, and I love watching Pedro Martinez throw a ball. Now he's on TV, and I can't understand a word that dude says.
Well,
why do we need to overanalyze everything? Just enjoy the greatness on the field or on the court or wherever. And yeah, so there. Yeah, you know what? I'm good with that, Gorilla Toe.
Yeah.
I can't disagree.
Absolutely.
A new texter on the text line, 888-368-1580, 0565 says, heading to the Suns watch party, buddy. Oh, must be a Letterkenny guy. Heading to the Suns watch party, buddy. Gonna sit at Chase Field, buddy. Gonna sit there in the stands with Charlie, buddy. All right, buddy. Good going, buddy. All right, buddy. You guys got to watch the show. Seahack says, just want to remind you, if you can't drink the drink in a bar in front of men, it doesn't qualify. Yeah, I could hear that all day.
Wow.
Mile High Guy says, what about Guinness with a little cold black coffee to kickstart the day? Well, again, that's you pouring the Guinness into the coffee and creating a little something. It's like putting whiskey into your coffee. That is okay. Then it becomes an ingredient in something else, helping you get through a day. So let's see. Red Wine says kiss the cook with a bourbon finish. That's not a Manstitution violation, is it?
Red wine.
That song is, yeah. What do you say, Randy? So you're drinking, what's a bourbon finish? What does that mean? You just take a shot of bourbon after?
I would assume, I would assume you're drinking, you're enjoying a red wine and then you you get a shot of bourbon and.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's just it's a follow-up. There's nothing wrong with that. Mr. Pink Eye says, is a man card violation to join a Spino only wine club? Yes. Flying Monkey says that Guinness birthday cake was top notch. Well, I'm sure it was. It was weird. It looked like a monk. They had like this little tuft of icing hair. And then Baby Got Deck says, duh, Jeffrey, it's supposed to look like the head on a Guinness pint. Oh, she frosted that way. I apologize. I didn't get that. Now I see it, and it's genius. I see. Look, earlier we said I admit when I'm wrong. A real man admits when he's wrong, and by God, I was wrong. And if that tasted good, then I salute you. Number one Rattlers fan says taco night, Suns game, followed by a Monopoly board game. What you guys doing tonight? Taco Wednesday.
Go, buddy, go.
All right. So what do you got going on over there at the White Household, Randy?
Well, it's pretty quiet around here. Actually, when I get off the air, I've got to slip over to the old grocery store and pick up my grocery order and bring those home. And Miss Kim and I have a quiet dinner planned here. I might do another Oliva 3 blend on the patio. It's so beautiful outside right now. Nice. And there's a 50% chance of showers in the West Valley as the night progresses. So, I'll be partaking of sky watching.
Yeah, well, I'll be walking downstairs, firing up the grill, throwing some burgers on it, and watching the game immediately following this program. Phil, where are you going to go hate on the Suns?
Well, I'm going to be at home, make some popcorn, celebrate Mac and Cheese Day, and just hate watch all the entire night.
Yep, that's what I figured. So there you go. Thanks for asking. Billy from Phoenix says Monty Williams standing up for fouls is not at all the reason for their loss. I agree. I agree. Kingpin says, don't get me wrong, I love Monty, but sometimes his players look at him and hey, challenge, but he just sits there, does nothing. I think he's a good coach. I just don't think he makes the best decisions on when to challenge and when not to. You realize there are other guys sitting there with him, assistants who are supposed to help him with that. Just like in the NFL, when they're supposed to call down going, coach, you got to call this one. You got to call this one. You're only as good as your support staff can be on that. But Monty is a very deliberate man. A very calm, peaceful, and I think he uses his own eye test too. I believe in Monty, and it doesn't really bug me that he's not, screaming at refs. Boogie says, I'm left town for the good of the Suns. I'm not just not wearing the shirt. I'm on a plane. They lose whenever I'm in Phoenix, so I'm going to stay out of town, and the series should be 3-1 tomorrow morning.
Well, good for you, Boogie. You're a champion, and way to take one for the team. Good for you.
Stay far, far away, Boogie.
That's a good fan right there. Gee whiz, Phil, you should learn something from that. Cheese Skulls Burner says, I must add this in before the end of this wonderful show today. Go Suns. Go Suns. Let's go Suns.
Yeah, there we go.
Well done, Chief Skulls Burner phone. Go Suns. And the other team can buck off. That's good. All right, Skull says, I need to chime in for a second. Vikings going to the Super Bowl. Woo! Okay, Skull.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, is it just me or is it everybody that sits there where Phil is that ends up sexually frustrated in their life? Let's review.
No. A former co-host would never sat here.
Yeah, I think it's every other person.
Yeah.
The very, very first guy, he had a gal, either a wife or a girlfriend. And then the next guy, no. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Randy usually has run, the show. And the other guy was a second chair. But if we're going to say that other co-host, then it was every other one ended up being sexually frustrated. First guy, no. Second guy, yes. Next guy, no. This guy, yes.
Did you find that many guys? Yeah. Did you find yourself sexually frustrated while sitting in this chair, Randy?
No. Because you know why?
Why?
Because I'm a damn man. That's
damn man right there.
Yeah.
He's got the whole. He's got the forward in the Manstitution. You see that right there? What's that say?
See that?
Yeah. Forward by Randy White in
I'm a
gold
damn man.
letters.
That's why.
Shouldn't it be in white letters?
No.
Shut up, Phil. Jesus. Dr. Maxter says, hey, Phil, don't you ice, but if you do break a tooth, here's my phone number.
Ooh.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Dr. Maxter also sent over a picture from Pipe Creek of is that a baby bear or just a bear? He says, yeah, Randy, I had a bear come in on me on the driveway after we laid some squirrels out there for him.
Whoa. Yeah.
Did he take the squirrels?
Yeah, he's, I know where Dr. Mack has been. I've been there at his cabin in Libby, Montana. Beautiful country, right at the bottom of a great mountain that's absolutely gorgeous. He's backed up next to the wildlife there. And oh my God, it is absolute beautiful there in Libby, Montana.
Despondent Yahoo just sent a text that I just love.
Despondent Yahoo?
Yeah. But not everybody's going to love this.
Okay.
Males drink wine. Men don't drink wine.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Straight fire.
Oh, yeah.
Straight fire.
Oh, good God. It feels like a Friday, doesn't it? Swave Dave says it's going to be good. Go Suns, 123 to 108. He's calling a shot right there.
Yeah, we haven't given our score predictions.
No, we gave the over-under. I don't like to do score predictions. I'm never, ever, ever right.
But you have the Suns winning tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I give that the over and Suns win. That's my prediction. Swave Dave says, my brother-in-law will go into a bar and order a fruity drink. Big and bad, but a nice guy. You know what? I get it. With the big burly men go in there and say, I'll have an appletini. That's just like them. They're just trying to start a fight because the first person who giggles, then he's like, it's go time. King Kitten says, I'm having French bread pizza tonight watching the Suns. That's right. Spaghetti sauce, cheese, peppers, and salamis, and a little bit of pineapple on there. Go Suns. Number one Rattler guy fan says, what do you guys think? Here's a fun prop bet. Any player to be tossed out of the game, 5-1 odds. Tossed out.
Chris Paul.
I don't think tonight.
PJ Tucker or Jamison Crowder. I don't know.
And then there is Chris Paul. So you got three hotheads in
Chris
there.
Paul's not getting tossed. When's the last time he got tossed?
I cannot believe the Suns would be
grown
that
up.
undisciplined to allow one of their players to get tossed. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Into Speed says, Blender rules. Go Suns.
Thank you. And
you're right. The Jet says, wait, you guys are on the radio today? I assume since it was a Suns game, you guys would take the day off. Well,
next question.
Come back around next week. Hefty Lefty says, wait, who's laying pipe down at the creek?
What?
I don't know. Not sure who that is. Let's see. Oh, he says, no, wine would have been finished in bourbon barrels. Oh, yeah. Well, that's no problem. Yeah. Big George says, actually, Apothic has a very good limited edition small batch red blend wine that is, I can't finish reading this or else I have to give you a man card violation. Wow. You're a walking gentrification, aren't you there, Big George? Dr. Maxter says, damn voice texting. Phil, don't chew ice. I'm a dentist.
Like I said, I used to, and I don't anymore. I've gone about my way.
And he says, Randy, I need Harry Carey to say, go Suns and pop
Hey,
bud.
everybody, the Suns are in Wisconsin tonight. Let's beat the hell out of those big, bad
dear, shall we? Hey, go Suns.
Yeah, by the way, Dr. Maxter needed that. He says, yeah, guys, my refrigerator died along with 40 pounds of meat while I was on vacation in Montana. And yeah, that sucks. So yeah, he needed that. 888-368-1580. I don't even know what time it is right now. Where are we in the show?
It is
we're still in the
17:34.
We're still in the second segment. Sorry about that. I got distracted. Listen.
How long until I can try this Guinness float?
I want to know if FedFan is out there listening. Now, she's been quiet she'll go through periods of time where she's quiet. Mm-hmm. Sometimes because I've said something that upsets her. Sometimes, she's just off busy doing her thing. And sometimes because she gets a little bit upset and not with me. And in this case, I think I know what it is. Roger Federer withdrew from the Tokyo Olympics because he's had a setback with his knee. Now, FedFan is a Federer fan. So I wonder if she's just kind of bummed out, I don't know how I'd be too bummed out. He's got 20 Grand Slam titles. He was, I don't know. He's had a great career, but it's got to end eventually, man. I'm just saying.
How old is he now?
He's 83.
83.
I don't know.
You would think that he'll give it up eventually.
I don't know how old he is. I'd ask Phil to look it up, but he's unclear on his job description.
If you're out there listening to us and you can hear my voice right now, who's your backup?
He's got to be 40.
Who's your go-to after Federer calls it a career?
Yeah, I don't know if she's actually listening. She might just be kind of sitting there looking out the back window.
I bet she is.
Like Kermit the Frog with the tea, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can somebody else, because Phil's left the room, can somebody look up how old Roger Federer is?
I see here. Do I remember how to do this? How old?
Oh, no, he turns 40 on August 8th. Got it. I got it right here. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I think maybe that's why we haven't heard from her.
He's 39 right now. He's going to turn 40
Randy.
on August 8th.
That's great, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it, Randy.
You're welcome.
Well, nicely done, Randy.
Thank you.
So Michael Strahan's probably in a bad mood right now.
Why?
Well, you know how they will redo stats in baseball and they'll we've just realized this person has this or this person has that, or we're going to make it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Now his sacks are all solid except for that Brett Favre one. Everybody feels like that one should have been thrown out.
Yeah.
They got him his record, his 22.5 sacks back in 2001. And of course it's shady Brett Favre that gave it to him. But anyway, they went back there and they found some stats and they decided to go through and do the math, and they checked every game, they checked every document, they did everything they could, and they found out that Lions Pro Bowler Al Bubba Baker, from I don't know, it was 78. That's what it was. Had 23 sacks in 1978.
Boy.
And
So
he was
they-
defensive rookie of the year that year, by the way.
So they didn't take one away from Strahan. They actually added one to Al Bubba Baker.
Right. Well, they didn't have, they weren't keeping track of those things back then. So they went back and rechecked and did all the stuff.
Oh, boy.
And so now, of course, it's technically unofficial because it's Pro Football Reference that put these things together. But the website used official NFL game books, which logged unofficial tackle totals for like decades. And, they had some stat researchers from John Turney and Nick Webster and a bunch of people get together and compile the sack marks all the way back to 1960.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably want to give Michael Strahan a little extra space here. He's a nice guy, but this is really, it's going to hurt him, kind of
like the extra space between his two front teeth.
Even more than because,
Okay.
Fed fan sitting there drinking her tea, sad about Federer. Michael Strahan sitting there drinking his tea, sad about his sack total. And you might want to just be kind.
That's got to really, really stink.
Grind his gears.
So do you? I don't know what the resolution is. Do you just
the
keep going
resolution
back?
is the NFL should make it right. If is Al Bubba Baker still alive?
Yeah, he cried. He said when he heard this news.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a man card.
What?
violation right there? Man card
Really?
violation right there. Okay, he gets nothing. Strahan keeps it. No, I'm done. I'm done.
But I
Daily
mean,
Blender. What? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, how do you reconcile that? A guy plays his whole career thinks he's got the sack record, and then some pencil pusher goes through and determines that he doesn't really have it.
So what do we do to protect Michael Strahan's feelings? We break Al Bubba Baker's heart, or do we make right by the guy who really has the record?
No, that's my question.
Hey, guess what? One of those sacks in Strahan was a complete piece of garbage anyway. So he's farther. He should be a sack and a half back. So
okay. All right.
Fair is fair. Give it to Al Bubba Baker and make it right. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Mike, I understand you need the parts.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
and earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. Call 888-380-7097. 888-380-7097. That's 888-380-7097.
The Fanatic.
I'm just saying, it seems like it'd be a lot of money to repipe a house. You know what I mean? Even with the sale.
What's that? You need some new pipes. What?
No, I just listen to somebody talk about repiping a house. That's
hey there, homeowner.
Yeah, unless that guy comes down and talks my wife into it, I'm going to pass. 888-368-1580. So, as we said before, we can't really bring ourselves to hate Giannis Antetokounmpo. He seems like a pretty decent guy, and he's a hell of a player. And I can't really be mad at the Bucks. So we don't have that same burn in hell Lakers thought process or burn in hell Clippers process. So we've had to find another way to channel that energy and support our Phoenix Suns. So Randy, are you ready? I think we're going to put the hatred in the right place. Here we go.
All right.
Burn in hell, referees. Burn in hell, referees. I don't think this is working because we're not in the studio together.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
Now the whole song's out. It didn't.
Yeah, that fell apart badly. Yeah. But the most important part is shut the hell up, Phil.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. Just hoping to get a fair, a fair shot from the refs. That's
So
all I'm
is CP3's enemy? Is he on the referee crew this evening?
He is not.
Good.
The officiating crew for today, should you care, are James Capers as the crew chief.
Hey, Capers.
David Guthrie and Courtney Kirkland with John Goebel
Have a
as
question.
the replay center and Curtis Blair as an alternative.
Is Courtney a girl? It's a girl
Yes.
name. Just
Yes, I
but it
believe.
can also be a guy name.
No, I believe Courtney is a girl.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're not in town.
Courtney
because-
is not a girl. It's a
Oh,
very strong black man
Oh,
who is
I
aged
thought
46 years of age.
I
Can I
thought
just say-
that was the one of the girl referees.
By the way, 46 years ago, it was a bad idea to name somebody Courtney too. I don't know how's that happened.
well, look what happened. He turned into an NBA referee.
Yes. I guess good for him.
Who has it's his first finals that he's refereeing.
I mean, you can call me
Well,
Court.
good for him.
Hey, Court, what's up? Hey, Court, what's up? And that's cool. But who names their kid Courtney?
If it's about time to get it on with Courtney, do
Yeah.
you just say it's the full court press?
All I think is, oh my God. It's an oh my God kind of name, isn't it? Is there any dudes named Courtney listening right now? I mean, I'm not trying to. Do you go by Courtney or do you go by Court? And why do your parents hate you? That's so many questions right now on this. So let's see. Cowboy Sparky want to know what Dusty Rhodes has as a prediction for tonight's game.
Well, listen, Daddy, Dusty Rhodes is a firm believer in everything the Phoenix Suns can do. Listen, when you are the American dream, you go for the American team, and that would be from the great Southwest, and that would be the Phoenix Suns. And so, listen, Daddy, Suns win by 10 or more tonight. So says American Dream Dusty Rhodes.
Do you have the over or under Dusty Rhodes?
I believe I have. I don't even know what the hell that is, but listen, I got it. Whatever it is, listen, Daddy, I got it. The American Dream has it.
But yeah, all right. Thank you, Dusty. Appreciate that. And,
Yeah, betcha. Yeah.
Say hello to Albert Einstein and the other dead people.
Hey,
888-368-1580. Navy Brad says, I bought some Horse Soldier bourbon today. Big George says, I think Fed fans stopped texting after all the period talk earlier. Basketball periods, gentlemen. Get your minds out of the gutter. No gutter. Hey, a woman's menstrual cycle is not something to be thought of in the gutter. It's just a thing. It's a way of
point.
life.
Yeah.
Large Marge says, can we change it to Burn in Hell Portis? Just saying. And still, you leave the shut up Phil in there. I don't know. Do I hate Portis? I don't know if I hate the Portis. Yeah, no. Well, let's see. Rattlers fan says, you know how many touchdowns Al Bundy scored in a high school football game once? 4. Rattlers fan. We know our stats when it comes to these things.
Yeah.
Swave Dave says, give me a tall one and a Suns high and 5. Shazam. King Kitten says the telecast starting up on ABC 15. There's thousands of people in the Buck district there. It looks crazy. I thought they were shutting that down because somebody had like the scurvy. There was something, or
no, Jeffrey, they don't give a buck.
Some rabid bats or something.
No, they don't care. They don't care there.
Yeah. He says Federer withdrew because the Tokyo Olympics are going to be a complete disaster. That is the truth of the matter.
Yeah, that's not
what the hell is that? Why? What is that supposed to be?
Knee problems. Knee problems.
All right, let's do this. Let's get this done. I know everybody's clock watching now because we're like, let's go watch the game. We still have a good 6 minutes or so. So the clock, the bell doesn't. The teacher used to say the bell doesn't excuse you.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, good point.
Ooh, the bell. Sorry, I got excited. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big George's Sports History. Back in the year 1970, in the 12th inning of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle bowled over Ray Fosse at the plate to score the deciding run in an exciting 5-4 National League victory over the American League at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
The injured Indian catcher, whose career ended prematurely because of that collision, Actually had dinner with Pete Rose the night before. Back to me,
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. I put him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Yeah.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. He got a separated shoulder. He came back and played 2 more years, but his batting average had been like 340. And over the next couple of years went down to like 300 when he left baseball. And then he's
put him in a wheelchair the rest of his life.
It did not put him in a
Anyway,
wheelchair.
when Pete Rose hits you, you go into a wheelchair.
That's is not true. But here's a photograph of the famous collision right there on the plate. Pete Rose, when he was playing, he knew one speed, and that was 110 miles an hour every time, sliding head first. But he looked at it. People say, "Why did you hit him like that? This is your buddy. You had dinner with him." And he says, "Well, he was right there in front of the plate, and he says I knew if I was going to slide, there's no way I was going to touch the plate, so I had to go through him."
Yep.
And
that's
really,
the way
that's on
baseball
Fosse.
used to. That's the way baseball used to be played.
Yeah, and get that. He was playing that hard in an all-star game.
Yep.
Now, this was before I was born. Granted, a few months, but before I was born. But that is when all-star games meant something. Remember when the all-star game would help decide who had home advantage in the World Series?
Yep.
Well, it used to be a point of pride for either the American League or the National League. But then it's team centric. Every team only cared about that team, so they didn't play together. When they have the All-Star game, it's just like all individual stuff. There's nothing team about it. So it's another reason. Hey, let's stop doing that.
Put Ray Fosse in a damn wheelchair the rest of his life. Yeah.
Large Marge says, any Matt Foley? What? Oh, because of Dusty, the wrestler Matt Foley. I don't know what he's talking about. He says, "Come on, Rando, got plenty of time for ice cream and beer when you're living in Iran down by the river." Oh, that Matt Foley. Okay. Sorry, Large Marge. Fubar 1000 says, "Another great show." Before that last text. Thank you for giving me my blender fix. I am so high right now. Where are my Doritos?
Wow.
Go ASU. Hefty Lefty says, according to the ref schedule, the finals, there are no female refs this year for the series. I'd take Violet Palmer over Scott Foster every day and twice on Sunday. When you say take, Just a Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. If the Bucks aren't allowed to run over the Suns, I'm calling it Suns 113, Bucks 100. And Randy, to be fair, I'd like you to pour a cold puppers for all the Letterkenny fans out there. And Phil, shut up. Your used parts, buddy. 888-368-1580. You know, we got time. We got time. We could spin the wheel of sports if anybody
Why not?
wanted to. We could
Let's
probably
do
do
it.
that.
It's a little
I think we
sticky,
do that.
but
Let's do it. So, you know, Tristan Thompson and Lamar Odom have all been down the Kardashian highway there. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it's a dirt road, but
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But not just any Kardashian.
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah,
Wow.
that one.
I'm Khloe. Yeah. I'm not like the other ones.
Anyway, never seemed to be any issues though between Tristan Thompson and Lamar Odom. You know, they're tunnel buddies. And well,
Did you just say that Tristan Thompson and Lamar were Teletubbies?
no, they're tunnel buddies, Eskimo brothers, that
okay,
sort of
all
thing, right? Anyway, so the other day, Khloe does what a Kardashian does, not a sex tape. This is just a bikini pic. Anyway, she put a bikini pic there on the Instagram, and then Lamar Odom put on there, ooh, hottie, and put a bunch of fire and heart emojis. Well, even though Tristan and Khloe aren't together at the moment, they've been back and forth, and well, that pissed off Tristan Thompson, and he replies, "God brought you back the first time. Play if you want. Different results." That sounds like a threat.
That is pretty threatening.
I've never seen two men fight over chlamydia before, but hey, I'm in. Let's see this. Come on. Wow. Anyway, it was I guess this was a reference to Lamar Odom almost died from an overdose in Nevada. Remember at the brothel when he got busted cheating on Khloe there. Anyways, Lamar removed his comment, but somebody did. I don't know. So anyway, I'll tell you what, the Kardashians, that's a curse. Not so sure about the Jenners yet. But let's review this. So the Kendall Jenner is the boo of Devin Booker, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Jenner girls. Who else have they dated?
Professionally?
Well, no, I mean, they're not hookers. I mean, you mean what professional athletes? Yes, yes. No, he's first thing he says professionally.
Of course, we've got Travis Scott.
Yeah, okay, he's all right. Yeah.
Maybe fight Kadra, Drake, Tyga, Jaden Smith, Cody Simpson.
Yeah, no, these people are right. So I guess the Jenner girls are not a curse. It's the Kardashians that are the curse. The proper Kardashians.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Before we start pushing the Kardashian curse and the Jenner thing. Now, Jenner's safe. That means Devin Booker, you're all right. Spin the wheel, Randy. Let's see what's up next. So this kid goes out there to Top Golf there in San Antonio, and because there's nothing else to do there. And so him and a bunch of kids there, and it's kind of cloudy, thunderstorming, kind of like it's been around here lately. And he's like, you know what? This weather's getting pretty bad. Hey, guys, let's get out of here. But let me just hit this one last ball. Hey, videotape me here, would you? And so they did. And so he hits the ball. It goes flying in the air. Yeah, not a bad shot, not a great shot, but enough of a shot. Look at this picture that lightning hit it in midair.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and of course, that's from the video. If you watch the whole video, it's quick and it is terrifying. I got that video. If you scroll down on my Twitter at RadioPal1580, you can see that. And that is just nothing short of amazing. That
man alive,
lightning would hit that like that. So you want me to golf, Randy? Is that
heck yeah?
I don't want to die. But anyway,
I would not put you in that situation, Jeff. Go.
Check us out on the Twitters. I am Radio Pal 1580. Randy is Radio Randy 777.
And I'm at Always Available.
Did you change your
No, have Filthy Speedo. PHILTHY.
There you go. To the rest of you whose text I did not get a chance to read, I do apologize, but we'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Go Suns, and everybody have a great night. Be safe. Don't drink too much. And of course, as always, don't drink and drive. I don't know what other PSA things can I blurt out. No means no.
Yeah. Don't wear dirty socks.
Protection.
Yeah.
From the election.
And keep that fruit out of your drinks. It's a Daily Blender.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high, or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe